when you lost, there's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Hello and welcome everybody to another BSL15 cast. Today I have here with me Sony. Sony, how are you today?
How are we doing?
I'm very excited. We got some big games here, some big matches. I mean, just crazy. I think we'll both enjoy these. A couple PVZs, so both of us are on each side of that matchup. So I think it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see these players get after it. BoA has been having a fantastic tournament. XiaoShuai also fantastic. I mean, we're getting to the end here. We only have high-level play. I think both of these players are fantastic in this matchup. BoA really good, strong PVZs. XiaoShuai the same the other way for his ZvP. I think you can go either way. What are your thoughts on the matchup today between these two players?
Looking forward to having a 5-game series both times. It's what it's going to be. I really think that.
Yeah, the 5-game series, I think it could definitely go all the way. I think this is going to be pretty tight. I'm really excited to see how these players are going to match up. I mean, the map pool's been great, so I think that the players will see what they decide to go with. Are we going to see the typical butter picks from Protus? The silver picks from the Zerg. So we'll see what they decide, what they're gonna go with today. I think we're in for a really good double series. I mean, the other side is Bonyth and Sziky. I mean, what else can you ask for? Two of the biggest names in the foreign scene. Both are just incredible players. They play and match up all the time. They're definitely used to each other's style, so we'll see if they pull anything crazy out of their hats or if they're just going to play standard and get after it. I mean, Sziky's ZvP monster, absolutely scary, but Bonyth, obviously, champion of this event a couple times. He is crazy himself. So, what do you think? Sziky or Bonyth? What are you going for? Are you going to be rooting for your Zerg brethren or what?
As an old Protoss head from back in the day, and I'm torn. It's going to be a good series. I mean, if Sziky can get into his groove, I think he can take it. But there again, it's King Bonnie. I mean, you got to go with the king.
Bonnie, that's for sure. Definitely no stranger to these series and these events. I think he's obviously has experience, but so does Sziky, and Ziky's definitely been practicing. I see him streaming all the time. His Korean ladder training. He's always playing the Korean ladder gun in, so I think he'll be ready to rock and roll today. We'll see what he has in store. So we see BoA versus Zerg, though, does have a lower win rate, but probably playing against some of the tougher Zergs. I'm sure in the foreign scene have gotten some of those losses, but I think he'll be okay. But XiaoShuai, we see his MMR. We've seen him play. He is a monster Zerg. He is very strong. Got a 2600. I know BoA says 2456. I know he can get higher on the ladder in terms of just his MMR. So I know he's been practicing a bunch. He's been playing. So he is active. So I think we're going to see a really good clash of the Titans here.
Most definitely. And XiaoShuai being really new to the scene, especially in BSL, has been given a really good performance. Great gameplay. I think BoA's going to have it out for him in this series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. We'll see what BoA has in store. I know he likes his gateway openers over Forge, but I think we'll see that being map dependent. He'll kind of pick which one is best for each of the maps. We have seen a lot of aggression, especially from these Chinese players and the Chinese Zergs. They've been really getting those 973 high pressure, high energy just play style. So we'll see if that continues today, or if XiaoShuai will take a step back and get himself ready to just maybe play longer games or not.
It's going to be a series.
Definitely.
Looking back in the older days, like with Fangzy, F91, CN Storm, great Zerg players. So he's got a long list of Zergs to come back from.
Yeah, these Zergs today, they're powerful, especially the Chinese Zergs. They've shown a lot of ability. So I wonder how these players are going to pick their maps, what we're going to see, what's going to be our first map up, and what they're going to do. Oh my goodness, of course. As I was saying before, butter. Kind of like the standard, I feel like. I feel like everyone's been picking butter. Pretty balanced. ability for some early trickery from Protoss. They can hide that probe. Well, I think that will work. I think not. I think the Chinese players especially did a lot of those tricks early in the series, so I think ZvP will be ready for those things. But overall, really good map. You play Zerg now, and you've played Protoss. How do you feel about Butter?
It's hit or miss. There's a lot that comes into it with positioning, opening, timings. It's a little different. Not really traditional just because of your rush distance and you're both spawning on the right side. It's a fun map. It brings back some old school days and memories of early 2000s, so it's good. I'm enjoying this game coming up.
Yeah, I think Butter definitely gets interesting with all the ramps. So I think position, like you said, is going to be really important and really key. But I believe we are ready for our first game. So let's jump into it. BoA versus XiaoShuai, game number 1. And spawning in the top right, we have the NA Protoss. It is BoA.
And spawning in the bottom right corner, the Zerg representing China, XiaoShuai.
All right, so we'll be seeing here if there'll be any early nonsense from either player, maybe sending a probe early, hiding it. Doesn't seem like it so far. Seems like they're both going to at least open up somewhat standard to start this game.
And that's the one thing with Butter, because you can end up having a quick pool, or you can double expand right after a 9 pool. Play traditional with the 12 expand, but same with the Protoss. I mean, it is a map where you may not expect seeing a double gate, but it can happen.
Yeah, I think the rush distance makes it so much harder, even versus an 11-10 opening from Zerg. I still think they have the time to hold. I haven't seen BoA pull those types of things yet, but we do see a probe coming down here after the pylon, so it kind of tells me we're probably going to have a forge expand from BoA. We have a lot of probes actually stacked up, so 9, 10, 11, maybe not. Oh my goodness, he is hiding the probe. He is hiding the probe. We might have that forge nonsense coming here. Unbelievable. BoA getting tricky early. Will XiaoShuai scatter right away, or will he be going for just that hatch on 11 here? Oh my goodness.
Really miss seeing the probe, and the forge goes down for XiaoShuai, or correction, BoA.
Yeah, look at this, and we see the pylon going down already. Will this Overlord get here in time? Will he be able to react is the question, right? Those pylons are going down. He'll probably put a third pylon in the middle if he needs to. But right now, a little bit of trouble here.
If he has any kind of traditional sense like the older Chinese Zergs from back then, most Zergs will put their Overlord scouted just a little further up. But now he puts it right over that hatchery just like an old schooler will do.
Yeah, not sure just an old school. I think he just wants to scout that pylon out, but it's going to get blocked, and it's going to be a little bit hard to get back there for these drones. Here come the drones. BoA's going to wait to the last second to drop down that pylon. We're going to have to see a drill here from XiaoShuai. Will he be able to get his drones? Oh, goodness, the second probe coming in to block again. He's going to put down a second cannon. It does fit right there perfectly. Wow, is he going to be able to jump the probe out too? He jumps the second probe out. Oh, my goodness. Wow, this cannon rush perfectly executed from BoA. Will he keep the hatch, or will he cancel SX and relocate? BoA canceling the pylon. Oh, and we do see a cancel here. And he cancels the cannon.
And he's sending the drone back to 7 o'clock there to take that expansion.
Yeah, I think he knew that he could not save this hatchery, so he had to just cancel and relocate. BoA putting down the cannon, making sure that he's not going to get any nonsense from a Ling counter. But I think right now advantage goes to BoA. Forcing that canceled hatchery is such a big thing. Zerg loses so many larvae early to be able to reduce drones and Zerglings, so we'll see how XiaoShuai chooses to recover. Will he just take a third somewhere else, or is he going to try to bust this cannon? Is he going to place an off set? Yep, he is. Okay, going to push a third hatchery down right there. I don't mind this. I think putting a third down far away becomes very hard to defend for Zerg. If there's 3 hatcheries all over the map, the Zelts can just start going to all the different bases, and Zerg has a really hard time. So I think that's what XiaoShuai is trying to think, like, you know what, I'll just get some Zerglings. Oh my goodness, BoA dropping another cannon. He does not want him to get this. Oh, he forces another cancel, Sony. This is crazy.
I'm thinking maybe XiaoShuai might be a little confused on what to do, because he started the lair first before he put down the Hydra, and now he cancels the lair.
I think he was hoping for some type of 3-hatch play, but now that third hatchery is going to be extremely late. We see the Hydra down go down, the Hydra down go down, and now we see that he is just put that third hatch at his third, trying to get some larva. We'll probably see, I'm assuming, some type, oh, we are making drones. I thought maybe we'd see some type of all-in here from him, knowing that he is really behind with these hatcheries and bases, but certainly speed on the way. Everything pretty standard so far in terms of what Bo is doing. He's just getting up the cannons, getting up the cybernetics core. We'll see if he opts for a Stargate or if he's just going to go with gateway play.
It's going to be interesting to see, because he's just been pumping probes behind us the entire time, which is going to make the big economic boost for him here in the next couple minutes, putting that Stargate down. Should see a couple more gateways now.
Yeah, he's going to put the Stargate down. I think he wants to get that Sarah out and see what XiaoShuai is up to. Is this some kind of 2-hatch muta play? Is it going to be just Hydra like he's going to see? Once he recognizes that, then he'll be able to put up more cannons, or will XiaoShuai be able to get in time? I'm assuming he's just going to clear the cannon and the pylons and take his third. Range going now. See +1 air from BoA as well. He might be thinking this is 2-hatch muta play.
And BoA just having that sense, just making a couple safety cannons there at his natural, waiting for it.
Yeah, so I think BoA is very unsure of what the build. Ooh, he's not going to kill the cannon. He is going to go for the bust. I do like this. I figured XiaoShuai knows that he is behind, so he is going to go for a bust. BoA just covering all of his bases, right? He doesn't have any scouting information. He's playing in the dark. That's very difficult. So he makes a third cannon way behind the wall. The cannons are back, so even if he loses his forge and gateway, he knows he just needs to survive. He'll just add cannons as this begins. He added 2 cannons in the main because he wants to make sure he wasn't going to die from the 2-hatch muta, but we know that it's just 3-hatch Hydra off 2 base. Very all in. We see 18 drones here from XiaoShuai. Just saturated both bases, and it's just going to be pumping out units.
He's in that do or die mode now, because when you're looking at just 18 drones to the 32, he's going to have to do some magic here.
All right, we'll see if he keeps the +1 air, if he cancels it. He does cancel +1 of the zealots. He knows that's going down. He needs to remake that forge immediately in his main because he won't be able to add cannons. There is no forge added right now, so he'll be sitting on these cannons and these cannons only. And here goes XiaoShuai. He is going in. Zealots body blocking. Probes are being pulled. Only 3 cannons. Hydra's pulling up. They are able to get on the cannons. I think he's done it.
I think you're right. XiaoShuai has just pretty much done this magic, done the impossible, able to break that.
Man, this is unfortunate for BoA. When you're in such a good position, this is what you were trying to prep for. You didn't want to happen. BoA not exiting yet. Oh, building cannons in his main. Maybe he thinks he can play this out, but XiaoShuai is just going right into the main, picking off these cannons right away, and he's going to end it. And there's a GG from BoA. Wow. What a turn of events from time to time there, right? Like, he gets the cannon rush down, gets that hatchery to be canceled, even cancels another hatchery that XiaoShuai was trying to put down to the natural. But he knew it was some all-in. He didn't know which one it was. And unfortunately, he only had 3 cannons as the bus came in.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. It's coin flip when you're in the dark. It's a tough one.
Yeah, he was trying to cover all his bases. You know, I really like that BoA put 2 cannons in the main. He got the third. He just didn't put down another forge saying the bust. I was hoping he'd cancel +1 air weapons, cancel +1 ground, put a forge down, just cannon up. Because, you know, if you survive, you're in just such a good spot. You're up so many workers. But well played from XiaoShuai. I mean, he knew the situation he was. He recognized what was going to happen. He knew how he had to get his win on this map, and he went for it.
So here's a question. If he would have opted just to do double gate instead of the Stargate Corsair play, what do you think the outcome would have been?
I think it probably would have been a lot of the same if he doesn't know it's coming. I think that's why he has to go Stargate, because if it is 2-hatch muta. But, I mean, he's only going to have another 2 zealots, maybe 3. So maybe he'll be close if he pulls the probes. But it's always tough. The speed Hydra with range versus just a couple of zealots sometimes just isn't enough, because The Zealots are there to body block the damage, but if the Hydra can get to the cannons, it's almost irrelevant, because once the cannons go down, no speed Zealots are just a little bit of bait. So, yep. So I think you need the cannons, and you need as many as you can, just so they can just do the range damage. He did a good job. Like, if you notice, he put a space between the cannons and the wall. That's there to kind of help buy some time. You can surrender the wall so that you can get the cannons up, but unfortunately, XiaoShuai just kept pushing in. So he'll start up 1-0 so far here on BoA. I think it's always tough when that happens the first map. BoA probably was a little upset about that one, right? He was in such a good place. But I think as Protoss, it happens so often, you kind of just gotta have that short memory of like, oh man, it happened, he caught me. Don't let this happen again. Make sure you are prepped and ready to go.
Absolutely. Excuse me.
I mean, you've been playing some series before, you know, now that you're up 1-0 with Zerg, do you try to get tricky, or do you just keep trying to play since you did an all-in the first time?
I think if you get up 2-0, that's when you can kind of test the water a little bit, get some wiggle room between you and the series. That way you can throw something out there. You can get kind of tricky, you can get kind of cheesy, but definitely play standard or second game.
Yeah, so I wonder who had that as the first map pick. I'm not sure if that was BoA or XiaoShuai's pick. Be interesting to see what is picked for the second map. If it's BoA's choice, oh, we already got a pick. It is Monopoly. Oh man, okay, Monopoly. How do you feel about this map, Sony? What are your takes on this thing, ZvP?
Honestly, I haven't played Monopoly. I've been from playing for a couple months, but I mean, it kind of brings back memories of like Rush Hour, kind of that tile set and that kind of situation. Looking at the expansions, you know, you're going up ramp into the main. You got a little bit choke points right in between with the ramps, and then you have that center expansion. So most likely, probably see a 973 out of XiaoShuai. BoA probably opening possibly 2-gate, if not standard gate expand.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go 2-gate on this map, even though the rush distance is kind of short. I think you got to be careful of the 9 pool as well, but we shall see. Who knows? Maybe he'll pull that up his sleeve. Right, we're ready for game 2 here between XiaoShuai and BoA. Let's get into it. All right, in the bottom left, we have the Protoss. He's down 1-0. It is BoA.
Currently up 1-0 right now, up in the top left corner. XiaoShuai.
Yeah, so it's good to know Monopoly. The rush distance are very short, so I do feel like gate openings can be popular here, but you got to be careful of that 9 pool. You know, you open up with the gate first and a 9 pool, and you're out of position. The Zerglings can get in, and there's nothing more than a nightmare than having 3, 4, 5 Zerglings in your base. So we'll see what BoA opts to go for. He did start with the Forge last game. I do know he likes his gate openings. And you see the probe is going back. So normally that means we will have either a 9 or 10 gate here from BoA. He won't be scouting early and have a Forge behind it. He'll just go for the gateway.
And XiaoShuai opening with an Overlord. That is once he gets the 9 drones. Could be opting to try and do the expansion at 12 again. Or he's going to do an overpool.
Yeah, we have overpool versus the 9 gate. We'll see if BoA goes the correct way to scout right after this, or are we going to see a 9-9 like you were saying? Oh my goodness. BoA going for it, Sony. He's not playing around. He must have heard you. He took your advice. He is going for the 9-9 from the natural.
They get the first scout seeing that Overlord with the probe.
Yeah. Bit unfortunate that it's going to get scattered right away. When you do this, you're hoping that they are going the wrong way with their Overlord, so it kind of waits. But I do like the 9-9 into the overpool. You're going to have less larva because of the hatchery being delayed, and you're going to have those 2 Zealots pumping at a time versus just some Zerglings. So, really good block, really good micro here from BoA. I think he got the first shot. Oh, he runs away though. Oh, he got it down. Unfortunate that he could not block again.
Just missed the extra tickle one more time.
Well, he does see the double gate, so he does build more Zerglings. Well done from him in making sure that he saved them for that. He did not want to Did not want to get it away. Did not want to just build a drone. You're in trouble.
And he's going to have these links out just in time. It's going to come really down to micro once he gets these with the rally coming off.
Yeah, I think 2 Zealots, 3 Zealots with the probe, definitely better than 6 to 8 lings. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully BoA will just gather up his forces here together. He needs to make sure. The question is going to be, what is XiaoShuai's response? Does he throw down a 3rd hatchery? Does he try to play some counterplay and just put a sunken down and go around? It should be interesting to see what he does. 2 probes from BoA.
Got to get tricky, do some crazy stuff out there.
First probe sniped. Really well done from XiaoShuai. XiaoShuai sending those Zerglings to intercept the reinforcements. BoA's got to be careful here. Can't let the lings pick off Zealots as they're walking. All right, okay, good snag by BoA. Blocking, body blocking those Zerglings. Gets 2. Well done from him. Sunken going down. 3rd hatch in main, okay. Pretty standard response here from XiaoShuai with the 3rd hatch in the main. Knows he can't take it on the map because the Zealot pressure is too heavy.
Dropping another sunken to start building.
2nd sunken going down. Has to be careful. These Zealots are strong, man. You get too greedy, you know, only put 1 down, they could get you. We see non-stop lings here from XiaoShuai. So I think what happens is this part of the game, especially with the double gate, is you got to make sure you have the sunken or 2 or enough lings, because what happens is the Zealots fight the lings, kill the lings off, then walk by the sunken. So you got to make sure you have enough that you can actually hold that natural. BoA has been pretty good about making his probes. He is up the workers. This is where you get the advantage. So he gets the worker advantage and he gets his natural down. So really well done from him.
And the damage has really been done mostly just on the economic factor, making so many lanes, not enough drones, but that's the coin flip there. You got to do what you need to do to stay safe, but also try and keep the game momentum going so you don't lose that focus.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be careful. Now that he has a 3rd hatchery up, he should be able to make up some of these workers. The question is he just going to go for a 3-hatch Hydra play, or will he go for some type of lair play from here? And on the flip side, is BoA going to choose to go for Stargate again, or is he going to do a +1 timing? Well, we shall see. Core and Cyber down. And as we can see, Hydra Den is down. 3-hatch Hydra, not messing around. You know, could be worried. Doesn't know that if his stairs are going to be here quick enough, then he's like, oh, if I go lair, I'm never going to get it, which would be true right now because the core is almost already done. So he's just going to play safe, get the Hydra Den down, get some Hydras out, probably pick this wall so those 2 gateways go down. I like the response from XiaoShuai. And you can see Sony, he already has caught up workers. So 22-19, that 3rd hatchery really is the evens things out. It allows them to get all these workers back up. So he's not super behind. So that's why I said I like the response that he decided to go with a 3rd hatchery in main. He didn't take much actual damage, but like you said, the eco damage was there, but he's catching up on that piece. This one and a Stargate for BoA.
He's got 9 Zealots just sitting and waiting. Could be 1 more somewhere, unless my math is wrong.
See 2 cannons going down. I like this. He knows there's probably going to be some pressure from the Hydra. So he is making sure that he has some cannons that can range out. You know, just this game, he's putting them right up against the gateways because he wants to try to be able to hit those Hydra as they poke the gateways and it'll take them down, and he'll use those Zealots to body block. +1 air weapons again from BoA, putting a cannon in the main. Because once again, he is playing in the dark, and I think that's the hardest part of this matchup, is just playing in the dark and not knowing what Zerg is doing. Like, it could be anything. Anything tricky could be happening. So he is trying to cover all his bases, putting his Citadel down. But 2 cannons makes me nervous. Hopefully we're going to be putting a 3rd down soon, because 2 cannons to me is very bustable, even with the 9 Zealots. And this is what I was talking about when you asked me that question last game, Sony. Can you hold just with the Zealots and the cannons? Maybe. He might be able to do okay here, but if those Hydra pop those 2 cannons, those 2 gateways are down, and that means his production in this game at least down. Oh no, no, you can't lose the Sair. Okay, good. He doesn't lose it. Cannon's going down now. He sees it. Oh, the bust may be coming in soon here. Hydras don't have range just yet. Cannons might be in time here. Sair poking away, trying to get any kills and information he can. Scouts the whole thing, knows that it's 3-hatch Hydra here. And I think, okay, you see BoA is just adding tons of cannons, and here we go. Zergling's in. He'll move the Hydras forward. The Zealots are stuck behind the wall. Hydra's going in, targeting cannons. Probe drill's really, really good from BoA here. Might be able to hold. I expect XiaoShuai to kill these 2 cannons and back up. Oh, he's not. He's not. He's going for all. Wow, those probes were just awesome. Sony, he absolutely trapped those Hydra up against the wall so the cannons could absolutely keep hitting them. Oh, there's no transition here. I think XiaoShuai thinks he's just going to go for it here. He's just pushing in. Good micro here from XiaoShuai with the Hydras against the Zealots, but I don't know. I think BoA has held really well. He lost some Zealots and a couple cannons, but his worker count now is up 15 again. Now 16. Dropping it, and he just... And those Sairs are key here, right? Those Sairs are what kind of tips you off to what you should be doing. He sees that he just keeps making Hydra right now, so he knows, all right, I just got to make sure I have enough cannons. If I survive, I'll be okay. I'll make sure nothing will go, no more nonsense. It's not going to be like last game. I'm not just going to get busted right away. Hydra flooding in non-stop here. Lair finally going down. Just poking in. A little bit. He wants to see what's there, right? How many cannons do you have? He has a pretty good arc, though, and those Hydra are going to have to come into that choke, so they're going to gain a lot, and he does have 4 Zealots to do some good body blocking and tanking and damage, so...
I'm going to transition in and getting to that lair, taking a 3rd for XiaoShuai. Almost up on that. Sending the Corsairs on the left side of the map. Trying to go just take a little scout, see what's going on.
A couple Overlords are going to go down here for XiaoShuai. Everything hurts now, right? Like, all these little picks start to add up, especially in a low eco game for Zerg. So all these Overlords that go down that he's got to remake, all these Hydra, everything like that, these little things start to hurt. 3rd looks a little exposed to me, especially because if he runs those Zealots over there and the Hydra have to defend just like this, are those Overlords going to be exposed to these Sair? That's what he's got to make sure doesn't happen. Oh, can he snipe that one? Could he snipe that one? Nope, no snipe. Now BoA is going to see what those Sair, I think he is going to recognize with those Sair, like, hey, okay, here is your 3rd. It's pretty open. That third base there, no ramps to defend it, so he might be like, all right, maybe if I go 8-gate and press, we'll get something done here. We'll see if he's going to go into a full 8-gate. It looks like he's added a ton of gateways. We're probably going to see that. Oh no, just 6 right now, so maybe he'll go 6-gate expand. Whoa, good little snipe there from XiaoShuai. Well done.
And BoA's got a lot of ground force. A couple of High Templars here with Storm ready to pop.
Good for Storm. Lots of damage on those Hydra. I don't know if XiaoShuai has enough right here. He was supply blocked for a little bit. His money is going up a lot. I wonder if he's... I saw a Spire. I wonder if he's saving for a big Muta switch. And there it is. Yep, he saved up. He got all those things. I'm just not sure he has enough. If he loses his 3rd base, he is in trouble. We see Archons being morphed. Sair are here with +1. I'm not sure he can hold all this. He might be able to hold on 2 bases, but that means the damage is already done. So we know Protoss on 2 base for Zerg on 2 base. Protoss is feeling good about it.
Here comes the Dark Templar in right behind. Probably going to try and sneak that in once he starts going in to try and get to the main, take out some drones.
All right, he's going to back up here. XiaoShuai is going to back up here and try to get to those Sunkens so he can target this Archon. You can see the Archon's taking all the damage. Muta are going for a counterattack here. BoA does see it. XiaoShuai is supply blocked hard. I'm not sure if this was the play to try to go for the counter or try to hold. Now he's coming back, picking off Sares. But he is really supply block. We're about to go, I think, single digits here, Sony. Oh.
One of the important things is he did get that Dark Templar in too. He was not able to get that in. He was able to snipe that with the drones. Before he lost those Overlords and just had that last one up there pushed away. Uh-oh. We got the mutas going into the main. Trying to catch up with some economic damage here is massive for him right now.
Let's see what bo's response is. He's going to bring the Sare back. He does have 3 Sare. The Sare is going to get caught. He's got to get a lot done with these muta, though. Got to get a lot done because he is hurting back at his base. Oops, Storm goes down. Decent Storm gets some good damage. Sare coming in. Good micro here from XiaoShuai, spreading them out now. Not taking a splash. This Archon is exposed. Some Dragoons coming out. Oh, Archon gets a shot off. Oh my goodness, just takes out all those muta. I don't know, man. That was a lot of damage to both players. I think that BoA, because he is 2 base versus 2 base and has so much tech, even though the drone and probe count is pretty close, comes out a little bit on top because XiaoShuai lost his third. He lost all of his muta. He lost a ton of Overlords. I mean, I think, wow, he is continuing here. He's not messing around. He is going to be going for this muta scourge all into the main here style. Let's see if this can get it done. No +1 carapace on those muta, but there is +1, I believe, for the Sare, so they'll be able to do little. Oh no, there's not. He canceled +1. Oof, that's tough. Unfortunate there for BoA. Makes this even stronger. Oh, a little bit of missed micro. Scourge getting hit. Really good micro though from XiaoShuai. Really good micro. See how nice and clumped up those muta are. Just plugging away, trying to take down the gas here. See if he can get it. Oh, gets that Sare. Well done from him, man. That micro is very, very good. Can he hold his counter though? I don't think he can hold all these Zealot counters here. We only see 9 Hydra or 8 Hydra there. Yeah, they're gonna cancel this third again. Though he does, so I think it's a little deceptive right now. Like, oh wow, look, 40 workers to 31. I think for Zerg that's oversaturated for 2 bases.
It is.
So I think, oh my goodness, even more drone rounds. So I don't think that worker lead is like too key until he gets that 3rd base up, and then he's really get pumping out his eco. 3rd base is going to try to go down again. BoA units all over the map, poking around, just trying to get his economy and everything sorted, make sure these muta counters don't keep working, because here comes another flock of muta ready. Oh, Dark Archon, I love it.
Them warm, fuzzy hugs from that maelstrom.
There, he will be looking to take this down. Oh my goodness, gets the gas. That's a big deal. Gets that gas. Protoss on 1 gas, not enough here. He's going to have to rebuild that right away. Here he goes into the main.
Dragoon range just finishing up.
Yeah, and as these Dragoons get armor, these muta will be less and less effective against them. So they're +2 armor, as you can see already. That's why that little first shot onto them didn't really do much, because they're like, nah, man, I got 2 armor upgrades already. You can't do this to me.
Lurker's morphing in there at the 12 o'clock position for XiaoShuai.
Yeah, he needs this, right? He really knows he needs the space. He needs to separate these drones. He needs to get on Lurker attack. These Zealot raids keep coming in. Got to get it done. Some more harass here from XiaoShuai, really good. Comes in, starting to poke these probes with his muta. Doing a really good job. Scourge just waiting for the Sare. Can they get them? Oh, they cannot.
They're coming out with 6 probe kills there.
Alright, I think that Dark Archon might be ready to work his magic soon.
I think he's just waiting for enough to get 1 maelstrom off, and that's going to be it. He can just get 1 good hit off of it.
The problem is you can't see invisible units without that observer.
Exactly.
Sony,
right.
you can't see it. I don't know if we have a robo in the tech. I don't think we have robo here. I don't know what he's going to do here to bust in with these mass Hydra Lurker. There's just no way. What can you do? He knows he's going to hold this. At the same time, XiaoShuai is counterattacking, going to snipe another Templar here. Really well done from him. Wow. Storm hits a couple of Muta, but they're out again. Man, really well played from XiaoShuai, man. Really well played so far from him. He is doing everything he needs to do. He's trying to claw back in because he was definitely hurting before. We see BoA going to take his third. He'll put some cannons up, make sure he can secure it as well. At the same time, XiaoShuai is taking his fourth. Starting to play into that later game. He does have that healthy drone count is now going to make him go, his economy go boom. Now he can spread them out amongst 3-4 bases, doing a really good job.
Scribing has +1 on his missile for his hiders is going to help him just a little bit, but having enough hatcheries there, because he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hatcheries once that last one pops from his board.
No! He Maelstrom the Templar! No! Oh no, that hurts. He's gonna get out with these mutas. Sony, no! It breaks my Protoss heart. Hurts. Oh no. So unfortunate. Get that Dark Archon, get all those muta, but then you see your Templar are also there.
Getting the energy boost on the Dark Archon as well.
What a good snipe from XiaoShuai right there in that Templar. And here's the problem. If these cannons go down, how do you see those lurkers? I don't think we have an observer out yet. XiaoShuai getting a good surround here with the lurkers onto this base. We do see some more reinforcements coming up. Oh, good dodge from him.
And just missing the lurkers with that storm, unfortunately.
He's going to have to storm these lurkers continuously. He's got to use all this energy. Oh, no, he went to the Hydra. Oh. BoA seems like he should be able to hold here. Supply lead, though, is for XiaoShuai, which you never want as Protoss against Zerg here. Oh, Maelstrom goes down. Well done. I just don't know if it's enough. I think he's going to break this third base. And with that, I think he's going to break himself into a 2-0 lead here. Sony, this is looking tougher and tougher here for BoA.
This is crunch time for XiaoShuai. He knows he's got the taste of victory right there. Just needs to close it out now. BoA probably just waiting a couple more seconds, trying to think back past the couple minutes here that have gone by.
So we see now that finally we have the observatory going down. The Muta have scouted, I think, that probe that is trying to take a hidden base. I think we're going to see a massive contain here from XiaoShuai next. Oh man, lots of Hydra +1. Getting some drone rounds done for this fourth base. I mean, it's essentially a one-base Protoss right now, so this makes it even harder. One-base Protoss trying to try to break out of this contain. Just very difficult. The main has been mined out. He only has 6 gateways as well still, so his gateway count is low. The natural is down to its bare minimum here. It's go time for BoA. He needs to break out, and he needs to break out now. If he cannot get out, this game is over on this first thing. And oh, yeah, that's where the armor upgrade comes in big. We only have +1 for these Hydra. They're about to get +2, but the +2 armor is done, so these Dragoons don't pop as easily. They don't just go boop. It's okay.
I do think he's just going to wait and try and give it one more hurrah with one more Maelstrom before he tries to call it quits or not. But if he can get one good hit on here with all these lurkers, though, I don't think he has enough storm for him. And he's only got that one observer as well.
BoA doing a good job here, though, trying to break out a little bit. Picking off a couple lurkers, picking off some Hydra, trying to get some storm, bringing the units into the cannon range. I just don't know if he has enough, right? I think we're tapped out now for mineral. It's about we have 60 left on one patch. And then we see a GG call there for BoA.
What a comeback.
Wow. Yeah, I really thought BoA had done it. He canceled the third out like twice. You know, he had Sarah for the Muta. The Muta did do some good damage, but 2-base Protoss versus 2-base Zerg, you're starting to feel pretty good. I don't think BoA expected the Lurker switchback because he went Muta. I think he thought he would continuously Muta Scourge, and he wouldn't have to worry about Lurkers right away, thus why he skipped the Robo. but unfortunate there, man. We all do. We skip that robo sometimes, or you get it late, and next thing you know, there are lurkers, and you can't leave, and the contain is just too much.
Let's skip robo.
Yeah, don't do it. You need it. You know, I'm a little concerned though here for BoA. I mean, that was a game he had a lead in. You know, he definitely had a lead. He was definitely feeling good. But XiaoShuai just comes back with some great Muta micros, some really strong plays. A little bit unfortunate the one Maelstrom didn't kill the Muta, so they were still in play. But really, really strong ZvP from him so far, making all the right plays.
Absolutely, and now he's got a little bit of wiggle room. Can toss anything he wants out there in this best of 5 now. You can see a Muta, you can see even a 4-pool maybe, depending on what the map is. Who knows?
Yeah, I think he has every option now at this point. You know, especially BoA has his back against the wall here, down 0-2. We've all been there. You know, I think this is where you have to have the experience that BoA has and the mentality to say, okay, you know what? I'm down 2-0. It is what it is. I got to play each game individually, take one game at a time, and that's all you can do. It's the best that I think any player can do, because it's tough when you're in these scenarios, you know, as a player, but I think he'll be okay.
What map are you projecting for this next game? Possibly something like Sylphid, or...
If it's BoA's pick, I don't think we're going to see... I don't think we're going to see a Sylphid pick. I think Protoss don't love that too much. If I was to him, maybe we'll see... Maybe he'll pick something standard like Vermeer that he's comfortable on. Probably played a lot of games. Maybe even something like Longinus. You know, I think
for Longinus to come out.
I think, you know, that's a pretty strong Protoss for a Zerg map as well. I think those are probably 2 solid picks. You know, he might even go something standard like Overwatch and say, you know what, 2-player map, I'll split the map, we'll take it longer game, no problem. I think these are all options for him. PvZ, I think. Not sure he'll be a Gladiator lover or Sylphids. I think those are 2 maps maybe that he wouldn't pick, but who knows, you know? Oh, we're going with Gladiator. See, I wonder if this was BoA's pick or if this was XiaoShuai's pick. So I like this map for PvZ because of every base does have gases, which is nice. Like all of the expansions, other than your like mineral only, like right there, they have a lot of gas bases. The problem is fighting Lurker Hydra up these ramps is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, anytime pushing up a ramp, especially against Protoss, when you get the armor, you get the shield, it's difficult. You get that slight lack of hits that come in from the range. Makes it all much more difficult.
All right, I think we're ready for match number 3. Can BoA pull it back? Here we go into game number 3, BoA versus XiaoShuai. All right, in the top right corner, we have our Zergies up 2-0. It is XiaoShuai.
Spawning in the bottom right, the man fighting for his life right now, BoA.
Yeah, so reverse ramp always makes things, you know, a little weird. The walls can get a little weird on here as well, for the gateway and the forge. I am a fan of a 2-gate 10-12 on here to put a little pressure with the ramp, but I think being down 0-2, BoA is going to play extremely standard. I think he'll just go for a forge or a gateway and go from there. I don't think, you know, you want to risk your whole tournament on that.
I think he's going to play pretty safe. With XiaoShuai, I mean, he's opening pretty standard. I feel like he may toss a 2-hatch Muta opening in here, though. I just got a feeling.
Yeah, we see standard player here from BoA. We're going to have another 9-gate from him. Pro's going to drop this gateway. We'll see if he scouts the right way. Ooh. Or maybe not. We're going to see a forge. I'm surprised he didn't send the probe out right away after the pylon, but opting for a forge. Overpool again from XiaoShuai. All pretty standard stuff from him. It seems to be his almost build of choice.
BoA actually stopped his probe and pulled back to go across the map on that scout.
Yeah, so he was just looking for the angle of the Overlord. Is the Overlord coming to my natural? This is the way he'd scout. It's not there. Okay, I'll go across map. So, gonna work out for him. High level play from BoA. Well done.
And ZvP also sending out 2 drones, one to scout while he takes that expansion.
Yeah, I think the drone scout's always worth it to see what Protoss is up to. He's going to see Nexus before Cannon, which is totally fine here because it was an overpool. As long as the cannon is pretty close after the Lynx pop or starts from Lynx pop, should be able to be in time. I think it's going to be pretty close. See if he goes for it. Oh, he is going to go for it with these Zerglings. Maybe he thinks he can get there in time or run by. Pretty big opening, but we're going to have a gateway down. BoA doing a good job harassing while XiaoShuai is sending his Lings in. Yep, cannon going to be in time.
XiaoShuai getting ready to take his 12 o'clock third expansion. Got a couple probes for BoA way in to help just protect.
Probe just gathering information. Really key now for BoA not to lose that probe, right? You want to keep this scouting or probe alive as long as possible. See what's going on. You know, you got to make sure.
Both expansions finishing up for both players. Taking a couple hits on that probe, keeping it alive. Only seeing 2 drones on the gas right now.
Yeah, 2 drones and gas. Probe kind of going through. Pretty standard here from both players. Just getting the econ going, making it happen.
Gonna see this layer.
Yeah, pretty standard all so far from everybody. Nothing too crazy, no nonsense, no early hydrogen being dropped. I think BoA is just going to play standard as well as Stargate +1. Just kind of how he wants. Both players kind of just taking it easy. I thought maybe we see XiaoShuai put his foot in the gas a little bit, get through something a little bit different, but so far, all is good on both sides of the map. Nothing too crazy. No +1 yet from BoA. +1 air goes down first. Okay, got a Hydroden 4th hatch. I'm sure we'll see a Spire down as well soon. Unless this is some type of 4 hatch Hydra with speed overlords or something crazy, but I don't know if that's what we're gonna see. Ooh, speed.
Hydra speed instantly.
Instantly. Man. Are we gonna see robotics going down early as well for BoA? Maybe we're gonna see some ZzzeroPl play here.
Don't tease me. We need that D-web for that one. I don't know if he's going to do the D-web with it.
ZzzeroPl pulling it back out here on Gladiator. Excuse me. That could be crazy. Like I said, a lot of these bases do have gases, so I guess if you take over a main with the ZzzeroPl, you can get it done. 5th hatchery down, no Spire. Wow. I guess we're gonna have a type of 5 hatch Hydra play coming in. Yeah, we're seeing the ZzzeroPl. Wow. I can't believe it. Can't believe we're gonna see some ZzzeroPl here out of BoA. Checking around the map. It's getting crazy.
Getting the +1 on the Hydras for his missile, getting his range.
So, ZzzeroPl used to be extremely popular. Probably the go-to PvZ strategy for a long time. Like you said, you get the D-web, you start dropping Reavers all over, you take bases over. Really, really strong. Zerg's response started to be to get like Burrow so they could burrow drones, so you couldn't even kill the drones. You know, mass Muta Scourge play with armor. These are things that started happening that kind of countered this type of play. Very hard to control. Very hard to control this. And just hard to start to take bases if they start burrowing Hydra everywhere and things like that. So I'm curious to see what XiaoShuai will do, how much he's encountered this style before, and if he'll have a good response. The other thing is, and I'm a little worried here, is if he goes out with this Reaver, like right now this Reaver's going to be stuck at home, because if it goes out, oh man, and he's going to know now Reaver. Now he knows the build. But he can't leave, I don't think, with this first Reaver. He's going to have to get a second one so he can get the shuttle and go.
So getting shuttle speed, just about finishing up here in about 30 more seconds. Has the +1 on the Corsairs finished. And it's super dangerous, especially with your Overlords. Because once you start losing those Overlords, you get supply blocked, you can't make Hydras, then you have the splash from the Reaver Scarabs. It makes it extremely dangerous.
XiaoShuai said, yeah, Bo, you want to play this drop play? No problem. I can as well. Okay. I will do drops as well. So we're not going to see full Sarah Reaver here from Bo. We're going to see him transition into some gateways. So it'll be like a Heavy Dragoon Reaver push in the middle of this game. The only thing that concerns me about this... Oh, no, you can't lose these Zers. Can't lose these Zers. The thing that concerns me is that the upgrades are going to be late. I'm assuming if he's going to... Maybe he'll go only +1 attack. But yeah, now your upgrades are late. You don't even have +1 armor. Zerg's going to have +1 attack before you even start it. Things are gonna get a little weird. Oh no, these stairs flying through the Hydra. Oh no. Cannot lose these. Base is pretty exposed here though. We see the shuttle coming in for BoA. Can he get some damage done? These are the drops that he needs to do to make sure he can stay in this game. First Scarab is going to be... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that Scarab. Come on. Give him a break. Drop is done here. Sony, I think we're going to have something. I think BoA may know it's coming. He might have seen the Overlords gathered. He has the Dragoons. Yes, he does know. He is aware.
Oh.
But that is a lot of Hydra. Oh, first Overlord down, though. Snipes one. Oh, my goodness.
Just out of position.
Ah, man. Massive drop here. Good micro with the Reaver, pulling it back, killing a ton of Hydra here. Well done from BoA. Can it be enough here to hold?
Another big hit with that Reaver.
Wow, these Reavers are just crazy, man. Just crazy. Good hold here from BoA. I think this is really effective from him. He really didn't lose that much. He lost a Reaver and some units, but he was able to hold this pretty easily. We see an attack in the front as well now. Reaver is here, ready to reinforce. He has Scarabs. He's ready to go. Ooh, shuttle goes down. Shuttle gets picked. I feel like XiaoShuai needs to get a lot done here. He hasn't made drones. He's been on 30 drones for a while here. Tons of Hydra. BoA doing some great Reaver micro right here. Picking it up, putting it down. Well done from him. Oh, no. Okay, that shuttle saves it. Shuttle goes down. Oh, man. Forge about to go down as well. Another Reaver gets picked. I don't know. BoA seems like he'll be able to hold here. I am just worried as he goes out. Will he ever be able to move out with the amount of Hydra that XiaoShuai is putting out? He's just in full production of non-stop Hydra. Oh, he's going back in. Wow. Shield battery going down for BoA to try to hold. Forge going back up. We do have a Reaver in the main, so kind of defending from those drops now. Is XiaoShuai going to continue the aggression, or will he try to transition? A lot of larvae not in use here. Drone saturation a little bit low. 2, 4, 6, 7 patch. Okay, 1 for 1. He's okay there. 1 for 1 here. He's all right there as well. Pushing out. Big Scarab hit.
Another drop in the main here for XiaoShuai and BoA.
Yeah, Reaver there kind of picking stuff off, doing a good job. Ooh, that Hydra army in the middle goes down. We see a pretty big supply lead now here for BoA. He's up, 26 supply. Okay, he's just trying to secure him, trying to get ready. I think he's going to need one big solid push together with this Reaver and Dragoons. I'm not sure if this is enough, but if he controls it well, maybe he can be able to get it. Yes, well done. There we go. Good shot. Nice. Oh, can't lose those guys. Can't lose. Oh, no! Sony, no!
Oh!
No, not the shuttle and the Reaver. No, no, no. All right, Bo just continuing to press out, taking his third. I think that's going to be key, right? I think he knows that he could play more into a later game. He has continuous probe production. His probe count is good, 40. Couple light, maybe 3-4 light for 2 bases, but in pretty good shape. Has a pretty good unit count.
And upgrades are both +1 each on their attack weapons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's actually that favors Zerg though, because you need the
there it
+1
is.
armor for the.
The missile incoming, yeah.
Yeah.
Another drop
Oh
coming
man,
in for XiaoShuai.
are there Hydras in those? It looks like it's a fake drop. Yeah, I think it's a fake drop. Unbelievable. No Hydra in there. Fake drop. Trying to get BoA to pull his army back, but it actually triggered BoA to attack up the ramp into the Hydra army. But now he'll be on this high ground with a Reaver. XiaoShuai says, I want nothing of that. I don't want to go up that ramp with that Reaver. Crazy. Too much. All right, here we got BoA. I think is okay with sitting here. I think he's looking to play into the later game. Like I said, he knows that if he just takes bases, he'll be okay, right? As we see, as XiaoShuai has taken a 4th, he probably has some of that information from when his shuttle was out with the Sair. So he's probably like, okay, I'll take a 3rd. I'll secure the game. Let's play it a little bit later. I already have this Reaver tech, so it'll be strong. But we do see Muta coming in. 2 cannons. Not enough to hold these Muta off from doing some damage. Going to have to probably retreat some Dragoons back into the main. I think once he sees how many Dragoons come home, that may trigger an attack with the Hydra. Oh, snipes the Observer.
Over.
Okay, he's just gonna fly out. Let's see. Nope, didn't attack in the main to the front there. 1-1 now from BoA. +2 didn't even start, so now he has the advantage in these fights when it comes to upgrades. We do finally see some drone rounds coming out. Here is a fight coming in. 2 Reavers. Oh no, 1 Reaver, 2nd Reaver down. Those Reavers were a little position too forward. Does BoA have enough here? High ground here for BoA. Oh man, he is pushing these Dragoons back. I'm surprised the BoA with the high ground will be a little bit better. He is 1-1, but so many Hydra just flooding in. Here we go. I think XiaoShuai is finally broken through. Oh man, this could be it here for BoA. We see the shuttle get sniped immediately, and GG from BoA.
XiaoShuai being confident, taking that series 3-0. Unfortunately, not getting a 5 series, but well played, extremely well played.
Really well played for him. A little bit unfortunate thing for BoA there. I thought he had some good positions. I thought that having the high ground there at the end and having 1-1 would allow him to be able to hold, but I guess just too much Zerg coming. / he dropped those Reavers in the front. I think it would have been better if he would have positioned them a little further in the back, because I think only 1 Scarab got off. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think if he would have drawn the game out, he would have been okay. But what a tournament from BoA. BoA was phenomenal through the NA championships, through this final to get to the top 6 is no easy thing here at BSL. So really well played from him, but XiaoShuai convincing fashion. Sony 3-0. No games dropped. Moving on in the losers bracket here. Seems to be a force to be reckoned with. I think Sziky and Bonyth both are going to be like, wow, tough player. But they are both really strong players in their own right and should be good. So they're going to be exciting. But XiaoShuai, really, really well done from him. Really impressed. Loser bracket final. He will await the winner of our next series, Sziky and Bonyth. Going to be another great series, but I believe we're going to take a short break. So don't go anywhere and get ready for two Titans to get this PvZ going again. It is Bonyth vs. Sziky when we come back. Hello and welcome back. We had a crazy good ZvP to start. Unfortunately, BoA fell to XiaoShuai, but you know what? We have another ZvP slash PBZ coming up here for you. I mean, we have Bonyth versus Sziky. I don't think it gets any bigger than these two players in the foreign scene. Both incredible. Sony, what are you expecting from this game here?
This has to go 5 games. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be back and forth. Hopefully, it's just one win after another, just back and forth, push and pull, finals. Just getting into that final game and then seeing how it's going to turn out, fighting for their tournament life in that last game 5, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, both these players are just so well known, so strong. Sziky, crazy macro, just insane on that 6-7 hatch play. Bonyth, you know his micro is going to be nuts. You know he's going to be just taking really good fights, playing really well. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what this series has in store. So I'm expecting greatness here. Nothing less.
Heck of a game. I'm curious to see what we're going to see for maps, openings, just back and forth. Both players aren't really known for going too far off the meta, but every once in a while there is that trick play.
Yeah, and you look at these guys' stats. I mean, these guys have just so much experience, so much history here in BSL. You see Bonyth was the winner 3 seasons in a row, then a second. You know, you got Sziky fourth, third. I mean, these guys are always in the mix here. I mean, it's just crazy. So I'm sure this is going to be fantastic. All right. So we have our first match being Overwatch. I think it'll definitely be interesting to see what this play style is here, because I think anytime there's a 2-player map, split map scenarios are possible for Protoss where they can take so many bases, you know, and they can just say, all right, we'll just trade out. I'll play the late game, which is fine. But for Sziky here, I think he'll be pushing the pace a little bit with some of these high ground areas to attack and getting a little wild. So I definitely think this is a good starting map, kind of see where both players are at. How do you feel about this map, Sony ZvP?
It's going to be just like the other one. Like, I haven't honestly played this map. I've been gone for like I said, mentioned for a couple of months. Just kind of looking at it real quick. I mean, you have a couple different avenues that you can run around, kind of backdoor a little bit, help deny thirds. Your naturals, you can see a lot of muta harass right there with the mineral line. Pretty open in the main. There's a lot that can be done. Drop play for Bonyth, Storms, Reaver.
Yeah, I think we saw this map a couple ASLs ago as well, so definitely experience for both players. Both players should have played a ton of games on this, probably have played a little bit, so going to be exciting. So once the players are ready, we are going to jump into game 1, okay? I know everyone's been excited for this. Here we go. We have Bonyth vs. Sziky, game 1 on Overwatch. All right, starting in the top left, it is Sziky. Oh, look at that Thor Sziky beast.
Spawning in the bottom right corner on Overwatch, we got Super Bonyth.
BSL man himself, Bonyth. Wow. Bonyth working out over the break as well to fit in that outfit for you guys, so appreciate that from him, making it happen. All right, we see typical Bonyth play here. Gate first, getting ready to go harass, getting wild. See both these players microing like crazy. Oh, look at this awesome first person views here from both players. Bonyth, known for that harassing probe, looking to block it. Oh, he gets the first block off. Really well done from him. Gonna delay that pool a little bit. This is dangerous here because it's a 9 gate, so that Zelt's gonna be marching across the map, and it'll definitely delay his timing a little bit. He sees it now. Sony, he sees it now.
Trying to body block the Zealot there with the drone a little bit. to buy some time.
Yeah, good micro from both players there. Body blocking and then still doing it.
We'll almost finished. There's about 10 more seconds left. Close to 12 seconds for the Zerglings to pop out, get where they need to be. Might lose that drone. Nope, no. Sziky doing great job blocking, keeping the drone alive.
All right, we see the first Zealot getting in. Lings are going to be popping as soon as he gets here. We got the Zealot and the probe. Bonyth mass threat sniping these drones, but Sziky not going to let it happen. Okay, see a little drone drill there. Bonyth is going to be okay with that because every time he pulls those drones, they are not mining. So that is okay from him. Nexus and Forge going down right away.
6 Zerglings out.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with these Zerglings. Make sure they're all together because if they're like this, they can go down in 2 shots. Really good pull from Sziky there. One Zergling go down. Chasing the Zealot around. Looking to see if he can get any
Drone
more.
hit,
Oh,
another drone hit, another drone hit.
Oh!
Get one drone here. Probe gonna get it.
Oh, the probe. Oh my goodness. Bonyth. That's so hard to do when microing against all of these Zerglings, running them around, but he always gets it done.
Cleaning it
You
up,
see-
only losing 1.
Yeah, we see the cannon going down. Lots of lings made there from Sziky, though. Lots of lings. He does see this probe, so he will hunt it down, try to block and deny the scouting. But, ooh, Hydra Den dropped here already.
Sziky putting his 3rd expansion down at the 12.
Yeah. Second gas going down for Bonyth. So we're probably going to see some Sarah play here. Second gas pretty early. +1/+1. That cannon is up against that Forge, so it will be a little bit easier snipe than if it were set back a Hex, but it's okay. So we know that it should trigger Bonyth something's up in about a minute here. If these Zerglings never get speed, because they're not going to have it because Sziky is going Hydra Den, it should trigger to Bonyth saying, something's up here. This is weird. Why don't your Lings have speed? Did you put down a lair? Did you put down a Hydra Den? And I'd say most of the time it is because they put down a Hydra Den. Citadel and Stargate down. Like I said, we're going to probably see some kind of 1-1 timing here from Bonyth.
Sziky sending that Overlord in to scout at a pivotal moment there at that time, being able to see what's coming, what to prepare for.
Yeah, +1 going down. I think Bonyth's going to know to probably put down a... Look at these Sziky Zerglings just getting wild. No big deal. They are not speedy, but they're still going to get it. And yeah, Bonyth's saying, okay, something's up here. No speed. I'm going to drop another cannon down. Probably going to put a 3rd cannon as well soon. Notice he doesn't go for the first Overlord there. He's going to skip over it, go by it, so that he can confirm what Sziky's doing. And now this will... Oh, he'll say, okay, I know what's going on here. I see what's up. So now he'll start dropping down a bunch of cannons behind. All right, pivotal moment here. 2 cannons up. 6, 7 Hydra. Here we go. Sziky's going for it. Cannot get on the cannon. Good body blocking for Bonyth. Not allowing those Hydra without range to jump onto the cannon. So that was a good hold from him. Oh, Sarah goes down. A little bit of a misstep there. The reason the Sarah... Yeah, the reason you want these Sarah, and he has another one out there, is because you want to know, is this guy continuing to build Hydra or is he making drones? So once he gets up here, he'll see, okay, oh look, drone popped. Not going to all in here because you don't want to be making 8, 9 cannons if you don't need it. You know, you want to make sure that you're putting that money into gateways and getting your gateway timings and things like that all ready to go. Bonyth just getting as much information as he can with these Sares, flying all around, picking them up, making it happen. Saying, all right, I'm going to pick out Overlord here, Overlord there. Sziky leaving 1 Hydra there, making sure. Oh, it's 1 hit. Oh my goodness. Bonyth, will he have it? Oh, my. Oh, trades it out, though. Don't want to do that. So we know that these Sair become more and more important as the game goes, like especially you want to keep these alive. He's lost 2, almost a third. Anytime you play really, really strong Zergs, once they see all these Sair die, first thing that happens, mute a switch. Because then you can't protect your Overlord or your High Templar at all without the Sair, so things get a little difficult. Double Forge from Bonyth. Gonna make sure he gets upgrades on time, doesn't want to miss a beat.
Bombastic and Sziky just playing really standard. Has the 5 hatches down. Got the lair coming.
Yeah, I think we're going to see 8-gate here from Bonyth. Just going to get 8-gate, get a lot of pressure going out, and then he'll want to take a double expansion around that 13-minute mark. Double XO3 pushes. 7 gateways up currently. Robotics facility going down right now. Spire also being dropped for Sziky. Always a possibility that he'll switch over knowing that Bonyth only has 1 Sair.
On a seeing Sziky take a 4th there at the 9 o'clock position.
I think he's going to snipe the Sair with these 3 Hydra. Whoa! Goodness.
Shot.
Oh, he does see it though. He does confirm that the Spire is down and immediately puts some more Sair in production here. Good drone saturation here from Sziky. He has definitely saturated all his bases. He does have some units. We'll see if he decides if he's going to do the Buta switch, force out some more of those Sair from Bonyth, or if he's just going to go with a couple Scourge and Lurker contain type of play. Another hatchery going down, and he's taking us forward. Sziky really amping up into this mid to late game. All right, we're going to see probably Bonyth want to try to start getting some pressure on the map soon. He doesn't want to just allow... You see it, and there we go. We have the Zealots coming out. He doesn't want to allow Sziky just to drone up to infinity, right? Well, if Zerg can get on 4 bases, 60 drones, life becomes just so difficult into the mid-late game. So you see him get this hit squad of Zealots out on the map. He's going to try to go around, harass, try to pick some stuff off. Maybe he'll even be able to snipe this hatchery because there are no Hydras that are that close. He might be able to just kill this base right here. With that, he is going to confirm that mutas are out on the map because he's going to use them to try to keep this base. Zealots are going to die, maybe. Oh, no, he's going to trade off some more and get some Hydra as well. But I think worth it. I know it's a lot of Zealots, but to deny that 4th base is a big... Oh, it is the day of Dark Archons. Everyone just bringing them out for BSL. They want to play that high-level play, get wild, get them out there.
Yeah, it's a very undervalued unit in PvZ. You don't see it enough.
Yeah, definitely an extremely strong unit. Can be hard to use, as we know, right? So, like if you, like we saw with BoA, like the slightest little error, it's like, oh my goodness, I wasted everything. Oh man, really good harass here. Oh, good storm. Yeah. Look at this Mutamicro. Look at this guy go. Oh my goodness. Oh! The Maelstrom! Oh no!
No storm.
Storm! Oh, he stormed them. Okay, okay. Got the storm off. They're gone. I thought we were going to have another moment of Dark Archon wasted. It would have broke my Protoss heart again. Alright. We see now that Bonyth has cleared these Muta. He wants to push out. He's probably going to want to take, like I said, the 3rd base, maybe even a 4th same time. 2 Sair out as well. We do have Lurkers here from Sziky. But Bonyth's observer timing, excellent. Definitely not skipping a beat. Not missing anything there. Says, I have this. Let's do this. He's going to want to defend and take a 3rd. We see Sziky positioning a little bit of a contain here on this high ground, which I think is a really good idea. Just so he doesn't have to fight. Oh, gotta be careful here, though. Good storm. Hydra coming down. Oh, another good storm. Oh, good snipes, but oh man, those storms, Sony on point, man. as we expect from Bonyth, the master of micro, he would not be missing any storms. He doesn't do bad storm. He just does everything at the next level when it comes to his army control. And then we're going to see a real power spike here from Protoss. Once he gets his third gas up, he will be really rolling. And I think that he has enough map pressure now with the 8 gate. That's one of the positives of going 8 gate, right? You have this bigger army. You have some map control. If you take the double expand here and you get up 4 gases, as Protoss, you are living large, man. You are feeling fantastic. You can get into that Reaver tech, speed shuttle, start doing those storm drops. You'll have the gas for everything that you want. And I do know, watching Bonyth play a bunch, he does like that double, triple robo late game with the mass speed shuttle, Reavers, just dropping them all over. It's craziness going. Uh-oh. A little bit out of position here, Sony. Oh, what a Maelstrom.
Almost had the Maelstrom on the lurkers just before they blew up.
What? Maelstrom takes those units down. Oh, man. Sziky targets the Observer. Oh, he has another one, though. Not... Army's not over yet. Oh no, he unfroze the lurkers thinking that he killed the Observer, that nothing is there. Bonyth spreading those zealots really well to try not to get splashed on, but so many Dragoons here. So many Dragoons. I think he's going to have to bust Sziky here, Sony. I think we're about to have a 1-0 start here for Bonyth. Units coming down from the top, flanking. Still such a big Dragoon army. Wow, good storms, hard to fight here. Bonyth pushing into the natural. More flanking here from Zerg, trying to get anything done he can, but Bonyth in such a good position. He does have +2 on the attack, so he does have that slight advantage. I don't know if it was before the fight, but it is happening now. But right now, we see that he's pulling the drones. Oh my goodness, good storm for Bonyth, taking out all of the drones at the natural, pretty much only a couple left over.
The Zealots blocking the lurkers from trying to come up the ramp, taking a little bit of damage before they can burrow.
And GG from Sziky. Bonyth. Wow, what a powerful first game for Bonyth. Really well done from him, man. Like I said, got that 8 gates up, able to push across the map, get some presence, takes a really good engage, and that's all it takes for him. One good engage, and he's ahead of in the game.
Yeah, wouldn't expect anything less from Bonyth. I mean, he was strong right out from the gate, didn't overproduce Zealots with that initial Zealot harass. Sziky just couldn't hold on at the moment of time, kind of got caught out of position a little bit, but that was all it took.
Yeah, definitely that fight with the lurkers there. Those storms were incredible, killing so many Hydra, forcing Sziky to get back, and then just pushing across the map with, you know, great timing on his Dragoons, knowing that it was lurker. Everything on point. Pretty crazy. Really well done from him. And with that, I think we're actually going to have Bonyth's pick next, which is going to be Vermeer. I know you said you haven't been playing lately, so that's definitely a newer map we've seen. Vermeer, I think it's a pretty standard map. I think we saw some Protoss in the ASL have some issues with some contains, but I think they've been working that out. As I would honestly almost suspect from Bonyth, he wants something a little more standard, a little more straightforward. All the expansions have gases here for Protoss, for PBZ, so you definitely, if you can push like he just did in that game to a 3rd, 4th base, you really get your economy rolling. So I think it's a very standard good pick here from Bonyth.
Vermeer's really good map in my opinion. It's fairly balanced. I have played that one a little bit. The thirds are a little difficult for Zerg to secure sometimes, just because you've got the double flank, the wider open bridge, and then sign of the smaller backdoor area.
Yeah, I think definitely a solid pick. Definitely seen a lot of games in there, played on it a bunch. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm sure both players are gonna have some stuff prepped for this. Probably going to be your standard type of game. I'm sure Bonyth will continue with these gate openers. We do know that Bonyth does like the 10-12 though. So I wonder if on a map like this he might pull out a 10-12, kind of surprise Sziky. I think there's always that possibility. He does play in the 1 base. But we are ready for game 2. Let's jump into it. It is Bonyth versus Sziky, game number 2. All right, and spawning in the top left, it is the red Zerg. It is Sziky.
Spawning in the bottom left corner, Blue Protoss. Currently up 1-0 is Bonyth.
All right, so unfortunately, Sziky will scout to the right here to look at the natural. So he won't get first scout this Overlord. Be interested to see what Bonyth decides to do here. Will he go with standard 1 gate opener? Is he going to go for his 10-12 on this map? Who knows? See if he'll mix it in.
Bonyth sending that probe out. Put his initial pylon out for his expansion. And then a scout right after, so or
Going to be a 9 gate. Bonnie style. Oh, look at him dance. Look at him dance, Sony. Oh, what moves on that probe. And you see the timing on that? 111. Really high level to get it at the 110, 111 mark. That means his mining is spot on. His boosting is spot on, because if you watch pro gamers play, that's around the time that they get their gateway as well. So really good from him. Very difficult.
Bonyth sending that probe to the 6 o'clock looking for the Overlord scout. Recognizes there's no scout there from the Overlord. Going back up to the top left corner most likely.
I'm a little worried here again, Sony, now for Sziky. He did go with the 11 hatch. Bonyth's going to scout him. He might be able to get in and block the pool. Oh, nope. He's not going to be able to this time. That's good news for him. So we're going to have an 11-10 Zealot in production. Going to see this probe harass right from the start. Okay, everything standard. Bonyth's just being annoying with his probe again. Just, oh, do the dance, little man. He's been doing dancing all game. He wants some more. That drone is taking... Oh, no, he needs to block. He's going to mine back. He's low speeder. He'll get in the way. Oh, Bonyth, good for a shot on it. Every time he makes it attack it, he does a good job. He just cannot lose it. Cannot lose this drone. He has to be careful. Bonyth may bring back this probe to moving shot this drone after it's taken 2 hits. Here he is. Oh, Sziky already knows that, so he is going to run that drone around. Lings are on the way. Bonyth already putting his Nexus and Forge down. It seems like when he sees the build, he opts for no second Zealot, and he just goes for the Forge right away. All right, let's see if he can get anything done. He's got to be careful with these Lings again, because if they're spread out like this, the Probe and the Zealot can just pick them off in 2 shots. One Zergling does go down. It's got to be careful, like I said.
Almost out of the surround. Second Zealot coming up.
Some more Zerglings. So this game is going drones. Oh, he got a drone, but Zealot down. Probe down. Bonyth will be a little bit in the dark. You see immediately sending another probe out to go around the map so he can get into Sziky's base. Going to want to see if it is. I think we just saw 100 gas go down, so I think we have lair already for Mr. Sziky. Yeah, we saw his lair go down there. So he's going to opt to go into the play already. Bonyth, wall up. Nexus up. Oh, Sziky blocking that. He said, no, Bonyth, you will not see my base. You will not.
So just from me doing that, that denotes he's going to go Spire. That's just my go-to if I'm doing it. Nowhere near that level, but that's just the mindset that I have for that.
You think that if the 2 Lings block the ramp at Spire?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't trust these Zergs out here. I think it's Hydra Den. Like, I don't trust you sneaky Zergs thinking you could just block your ramp. I can't get in. And there's supposed to be a Spire even when you don't have link speed? Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I trust them.
Yeah, he started sending out 3 Zealots, made a bunch of Lings to counteract that and pulls them back.
Yeah, really high level play there from Bonyth. Just knows that he's being seen, knows that he's scouting. So he just says, all right, I'm going to force you to make some Zerglings and not drones. Well played from him. Oh, speed up. Oh. Oh, poor Pro.
Sziky just banking his gas now.
ZZZero out for Bonyth, Citadel down, +1 ticking already. All good stuff from him. Pretty standard play. I don't know. I think Sziky will opt for Mute to play. I think right away. I think he'll at least just get the first round of Scourge out and want to be able to kill off these Sares that are scouting. Bonyth probably should be able to get one Overlord. Yeah, should be able to get one Overlord as he got there before the Spire was finished. So he'll be able to get one Overlord and then have to run away. Sziky doing a good job droning up now after the initial Link production. Bonyth has another Sare on the map, looking for some more Overlords. See if he can pick one off. This little hiding one right here. Ooh, one Overlord down. Like I said, he'll probably run away now. Did Sziky build the Scourge at the net? Oh, it doesn't matter. Got out.
And a cannon in the main just to kind of have some additional defense right around those Corsairs, help deny any kind of Scorch coming in. The camp right on top of it.
I gotta use these to scout, see what's going on. Are you still making Sarah? Oh, you are? Okay. Looks like a pretty standard 1-1 speed timing here for Bonyth. I think he'll just have to use leg speed, get out there with some Sarah. We see the core spinning now, so maybe like a later +1. Legs almost done, checking his timing. Sziky doesn't like to play with Do Not Disturb on. He likes to see all the messages come up while he's in game. Good for him. Good for him. Oh! Can he sneak some of these Zealots? Zealot's taking a lot of damage there. Now Hydra Production's in play here for Sziky. Probably already started his +1 attack. Just getting these units out here. Alright, +1 speed Zealots on the way. I do think Sziky has enough Hydra production to hold this, so I think he'll try to bait Bonyth in a little bit to come attack, and then as he does it, he'll just crush these Zealots. Ooh, really good play there from Sziky. Oh, I thought he surrounded it, was able to get it, but unlucky for him.
Slowly just chipping away on those shields, getting a little bit of health here and there on those Zealots.
Yeah, I think this is pretty key here from Bonyth to be on the map again. You know, you want to at least show pressure. Ooh, he might be able to go in and... Oh,
got one Corsair.
One of the Sares, it's a big deal.
I
thought Bonyth may try to snipe that hatchery that was low with those Zealots, just get it and be out. Yep, so he's coming back for it. He's coming back for it. That's what I thought we were going to see from him. Forced to cancel, forced lower production. Hydras came out from behind the hatcheries, so he's able to snipe a couple of those. And I know it seems not significant, but to be able to deny that hatchery and that larva for even longer is massive for Bonyth. It'll be able to help him match a lot of production, be able to push through the Zerg into this mid-game as they come. Oh, another Sare gets picked off. Bonyth knows how valuable these Sares are, especially against someone like Sziky, whose Mute control is crazy. All right, see him powering up here. Bonyth just powering up, getting those Templar, letting them get energy. He wants to have full storms on them when they are going across the map. Sziky getting a couple drone rounds in here. I think Bonyth again on that 8 gateway count, just macroing. See those spinning, trying to clear some of these things. What I like right now, Sony, from Bonyth is he has those Zealots on the map, those other Zealots. Those little hit squad right there He'll be able to pick off any straggling units, or maybe if he tries to take a 4th base, he can just go and snipe it. Oh, Sziky's put good reaction, man.
Bro.
See, oh, tries to go with the drone, and there are the zealots right there. They block it. Really well done from him, man. Really, really good. Oh, sending some Hydra. See, the zealots are going to trade effectively. He's going to need way more Hydra to deal with these units. Lurkers up already for him. Bonyth, I saw, had his robo timing down really good. We see goon production in coming now that he is pushing through. I like it. Everything really strong from him. Oh, got to run these zealots now that the Hydra are coming to get them. Bonyth trying to buy as much time to deny that 4th. But as he does that, he says, all right, I guess your units are out of position here, Mr. Sziky. He's trying to split them. Oh, okay, he's good here. He split them. Couldn't go in. Man, his reactions are so fast. So if you don't react that fast and you just have those units up and those zealots surround them, not good. Not good.
He only lost shields fully off of 2 of them, kept all zealots alive. That one getting picked off right there. Trying to go push that away so he can try and secure his 4th.
Yeah, we see Bonyth's upgrade timings are really, really good.
You might catch 2 of these eggs here before they even pop. Just the one. And he's going to clean that up with the extra 2 lurkers that's gone.
Okay, we see a little counter here from Sziky, getting in a good position. Trying to deny. Oh, watch those probes. Okay, pulls the probes back. I think he's going to be able to deny this 3rd base here. Oh, he's going to snipe a Templar too. Well done from him.
Bond's going in for the counter.
Bond's going for the counter. Yeah, I think he knows that. All right, your lurkers are at my 3rd. What's at your 3rd? Just Hydra? No problem. I can handle that, I think. Some really good storms. All right, Bonyth's army's committed now here. He's going to have to do some damage because this army's not going to be able to get out and not be able to get home. Oh man, he storms.
Oh, a small group of Hydra to the south is just sitting, unfortunately. Now finally realized they're moving them in.
Really good storm. All those lurkers go down. All the drones go down. Oh man, these are some big storms.
I mean, he's at least kept the 3rd alive, didn't lose a hatchery, was able to take Bonyth's 3rd out.
Yeah,
Has his 4th up at it there still.
The issue was, I think, all of the drones lost. You know, lost all the drones. Bonyth tried to clear these lurkers, and I didn't think he realized how many lurkers are actually here. This is not like 2 or 3. Gonna clear a couple, but Zergling's coming in here to push this army back the rest of the way. Bonyth has units coming in from behind as well. Spreading those goons.
High Templar gets it.
And very scrappy game so far. A lot of fighting. Ooh, no. The High Templar and the Goon goes down, but as that's happening, Bonyth is clearing these lurkers. And if you saw before, Sziky lost a ton of lurkers at his 3rd from those storms. And we see that Bonyth is really on these upgrade timings. He's already 2 armor, 1 attack to just 1 attack from Sziky. So he's trading pretty effectively with his units when we do fight. I'm curious to see if Bonyth gets back on the map. I know he needs to secure this 3rd, but he knows how many drones he killed. And he knows that Sziky can't do both things. He can't macro units and drones. So, ooh, little run by here.
Trying to get some static around just to try and delay. Let his economy just boom back up from resecuring his 3rd with it and getting his 4th up.
Yeah, Sziky looking to sit a little bit, I think. I think he knows, all right, I gotta slow down a little bit, can't get crazy. Army on both sides. We'll see if he goes for this smaller army grouping on the side here, so that he can force Zicky's rest of Zicky's army up. Right, like when you're spread like this as Zerg, it's hard to move when you're just defending. So if he can force him to defend that third or fourth base, might help him out. Oh, 2 high Templar going down. Oh man, he definitely didn't want to lose both of those.
I'm taking his 4th now at the 6 o'clock position. Just finishing his 3rd. Grant screen probes over.
Yeah, he's almost mined out of his natural already, so he definitely needs these double base here. I think it gets to that point now when you're Bonyth, you're in between both of this idea of like, do I sit myself? Do I try to pressure? I think pressuring may be the better of the options if you already had that base up, that 4th base up. But right now, I think just him just figuring out where he's not listening. He's just going for it. Sony, he wants to press. He wants to go for it. He said, I don't care if my 4th is up and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna get in there. Those lurker shots though, just exploding all over those zealots, man. Just making things difficult.
Sziky sent in a little Hydra hit squad here. Made go
This
down, deny the
Gonna
4th.
be massive denying this 4th. Just massive. Bonyth is gonna be very unhappy about that.
Cancels it just in time. Feels a couple seconds more, that would have been up, and that would have been a lost Nexus.
Yeah,
So
now we have though just 2 mining bases, 1 almost out for Protoss here. This may trigger Bonyth to try to attack in. Ooh, really good storm. Bonyth positioned in between all of Zicky's troops, and we see Sziky ending up moving in here, but massive storms from Bonyth. Oh my god, they wiped out so many Hydra and Lurkers. Sziky thought he was going to squeeze this army. Just incredible fight here from Bonyth. Oh, another really good storm there. Got a Lurker and all of those Hydras and Lings. Bonyth moving forward. Maybe he thinks that he's killed enough that he can start to push in. I'm not quite sure that's the case. Another 2 good storms going off. Pushing in forward, but does Sziky have enough here, especially with the reinforcements from the other side? Oh, he storms one of the observers. I think Sziky is going to be okay here, so I think he's going to make it out. Bonyth not opting to retake that 4th base either. Ooh, good storm again.
Keeping those 5 High Templars alive, those are vital units right now.
Yeah, I think not taking the 4th right now make things a lot more difficult. I think Zicky's going to feel really good about just defending, right? Because he's saying, all right, well, you're not really mining that well. Like, he's pretty much now essentially a 1-base Protoss. So he can sit there and just kind of push away. Uh-oh. These 2 Templar are out. Oh, Sziky going right for them. Don't do it. Oh, man.
Sziky getting his Defiler's Den down. Should be seeing Consume and then Plague.
Okay, oh, look at Sziky being tricky with that Lurker over there trying to help deny that base. Bonyth now saying, all right, I need to secure this base. It's really important, really key here. Needs to get his economy pumping up again a little bit. Sziky's still only on 4 bases as well, so he knows as long as he gets his 4th, he'll be okay. Just put down his 5th. Bonyth does have a couple zealots in top right. They'll help him see this. And once again, he leaves and moves his army, and Sziky's going down here, going to force another cancel. This is beginning to really hurt. I just don't know if Bonyth can sustain the game without securing that 4. I think things are going to get really, really difficult for him. With that being said, Bonyth is pressuring up. He sees that there's no lurkers in this position over here anymore, and he's going up to this third base where 3 of us hit the hatcheries of Sziky. Is Sziky moving his army really quickly, getting up in here, but lots of zealots here. These lurkers, I think, are going to chew right through them. Couple good storms here. Sziky spreading his lurkers is fantastic.
Saving those drones this time. Only getting about 6.
Good storms
Playing off
here.
those eggs and those larvae as well with the lurker.
Really good storms here. Coming down from Bonyth still. Just hiding behind those things, trying to get the hatchery. He knows if he can get some of the production down, things would be a lot easier. But like I said, no 4th here. Still being denied by Sziky. He's going to save all the hatcheries and going to wipe another Protoss army out. Things are going to become more and more difficult here for Bonyth while not having this base. Lurkers here with no detection. High Templar going forward. Going to have to use the storms to clear his lurkers. Only hits 1. Oh, come on. There's a little Zergling that could. No, he couldn't. So sad. Breaks my heart. Okay, we see. Oh, Bonyth recognizing the 5th base now from Sziky as well. The Zergling. I mean, this has just been denial. How long has this base been denied here, Sony? Oh, gets the Archon. Oh my goodness. Another painful trade here for Bonyth in this game. I don't know, Sony, how long has this base been denied? 10 minutes? I mean, it's been crazy. This has been nuts. Sziky just pushing down, taking a 5th base. Not minding the guess at his 3rd. Securing that 5th base, Sziky knows that he is economically ahead at this point. He's been trading very effectively. For the first time in the game, he's now taking the supply lead. Coming in here, looking for a plague. Okay, pretty decent plague. Going to be able to get the Defiler out as well. Picking off some of these High Templar. Uh-oh.
Plague.
Uh-oh. Ketchup all over those units. All over those units. Sziky looking to take a 6th base as well now, putting down that hatchery there. Bonyth finally securing this 4th base. He knows he cannot move. If he moves again, he will lose that base. Sit there, Bonyth. Sit there, man.
Being able to catch 2 of these filers out, been able to get the plagues out just in time.
Yeah, these plagues are just monsters on Zealots and Dragoons. Weakens them, softens them up so much. Look how many of those units have no health. Right? They don't regen their health, only their shields, so that's difficult. We see Bonyth adding more Archons into his army as the game goes later. Splash on those Zerglings. Putting a High Templar and a couple Zealots down there. It does have 2 storms. No Templar energy for Bonyth still, even to this point of the game. Not getting all those value out of those Templar to get 3 storms at a time. Swarm is going down. Those units are very weak. Trading
Reinforcements.
Yeah, pretty cost effective for Ian Sziky there. I know he lost a couple lurkers, but he took out a pretty good chunk of units. Yeah, and this base is just so well defended. And look at the stream of red coming for this small Bonyth army. Archon caught. Oh man. Sziky is definitely feeling good right now. He's up about 40 supply. Crushing it out here. Macro looking good. Pushing towards the Bonyth here. Gonna get a good surround on this army. Ooh, good storm. Gonna need another good one for these Zerglings. Oh, gets an Archon off. Well done. Oh my goodness. Plague. Plague, plague, plague. This Bonyth army is just dwindling down. Sziky knows he's just slowly killing off units and just building his economy. Soon I think we'll see another Macro Edge 2 go down too, as well as this game gets into this high base Zerg. Oh my goodness. Bonyth's army in the middle of the map, not very big, just a couple Zealots, a DT and some High Templar getting caught out. Storm's going down, and there it is, GG from Bonyth. Wow.
What a game.
Wow, really well played by Sziky. Got a little nervous as Bonyth was pushing in that one time where he picked up his army to kind of crush the Protoss army, but not enough. I think Bonyth tried to go into that third, not realizing how many units were at home, and his army kind of got caught there, and he wasn't able to do the damage he needed. But well played from both players, but now we are 1-1 in the series. Really incredible there, Sony. Really incredible game. I mean, we expected it from these players. We expected them to go punch for punch. Really excited to see such high-level play from both of these players.
Just not being able to secure that fourth base. Sziky was able just to manhandle and just kept denying it. Just took advantage of that opportunity.
Can't not leave units at that fourth base. Need to take it down and just secure it, man. Put it down, secure it, make it happen. So really strong play from Sziky there. All right, we're going to take a quick little break, and we come back. We are going to have game number 3, so don't go anywhere because who knows who will take this series. right, and welcome back to Epic Games so far after the 3 crazy ones we saw in the last series. Interesting enough, though, Sony, we had each player win on the other player's choice. So,
Did.
kind of crazy. Next, Sziky has picked Sylphid.
Open.
How do you feel about Sylphid ZvP? And don't tell me you haven't played on this one, because I know you played on this map.
I love this map when I like to play mutas on this map overall. Just open mutas, just try and snipe that first Corsair with them. Don't even waste the gas on the I forget Scourge. I'm spacing out on the name of them. And just go balls to the wall.
Get crazy with it, I know. So one thing interesting I didn't realize about Sylphid, actually, Essen told me, the high grounds on Sylphid aren't real high grounds. Did you know that, Sony? I did not realize. Yeah, so we tested it out the other day. There is no mischance. Like, we tested with the Dragoon on a bunch of Marines. There's no mischance. So the high grounds aren't real high grounds. So I just found out that was interesting. Because I always thought, oh man, lurkers on those high grounds containing are crazy and missed them. But not the case. Not the case. But Sylphid, I think definitely a fun map. PBZ, got to watch out for the contain. Protoss can get strong into the game, especially if they can get some presence on the map. So if our players are ready, I think we're ready to jump into to game 3. They're good to go. All right. So we are going to be going into game 3. We are tied up 1-1 here between Sziky and Bonyth, and it will be our 3rd game here on Sylphid. Oh baby, here we go. All right, in the 12 o'clock spawn, it is Sziky.
Spawning in the bottom left corner here. Bonyth currently tied 1-1.
Yeah, so rush distance here are definitely shorter. So it's definitely something that gateway opens can definitely be a positive here for Protoss, but usually there's a 2 to 3 gap wall here for the Zealots anyway. But it seems like Bonyth has been opening this one Zealot, next is immediate forge, like no skipping into another pylon, no nothing. He just drops the forge down so he doesn't die. So that's definitely been something that he's liked so far. So we'll see if he continues with the Zealot opener, if he's just going to opt for a forge.
It's like sitting there. Looks like he's going to just wait and just make a gateway here, right at the 9.
Not moving. So he's not moving. He's going to be putting down that awesome gateway open that he loves, that he's so strong at. And we see he's just waiting. Gonna get it down. Yep, perfect. See, in this game, 113. Like I said, it's tough to get that 111 gateway timing, but he did the last game. Overpulled here from Sziky. Probably knows that Bonyth does like that gateway open. All standard.
Send 2 drones out trying to get the expansion down, deny the 1 pro from trying to stop him from getting it down. Turning it back, realizes he's going to pull back in time. And some movement shots here.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't want Bonyth's pro to be out here doing crazy stuff to him. Trying to bait him into blocking / going. He does see his gateway open. Got to make those 6 lings. Put down a hatchery. All pretty standard. We'll see what Bonyth does this game, because the last 2 games, Sziky, I believe, opened both 11-10. So we'll see if this changes the way he's going to build, the way his Nexus is going to go down timing versus the Forge, anything like that. Because a lot of people like to go Nexus into Core instead of a Forge when it's overpulled, because you have the heavy amount of Zealot. But sometimes Zerg notices that, and then they just flood in Zerglings, so you got to be careful also. Yeah, Bonyth's going to leave that pylon because you saw only 1 ling, 2 lings, so let them kind of kill it off. Good little block here from Bonyth.
Still no expansion down on that second Nexus for Bonyth just yet. But
Okay, he
now.
Yeah, we'll do the little dance. Oh my goodness. That pro moonwalked, went backwards, slid all over the place, but those links said you can't leave. Sorry. All right, we see a lot of lane pressure. Like I said, Bonyth opted for the gas first in base.
Getting those links around.
Kind of really good multitask here from Sziky. Fourth Zealot out. Should be a little bit easier to control. Oh, is he going to go for the run by? He is.
And 3 in.
And 3 in is a significant amount here, Sony. This could be deadly as it is. Sziky with 3 lings in your base. Oof. That's all I can say. Oh, he sniped one. Bonyth sniped one. There is that core in the front. An immediate Hydra Den put down.
Yeah, if Sziky can get one more probe here in this main, he's going to get that. There'll be money in the bank at that point. Lots of vision, seeing that the forge is in the main. Should assume that there's cyber cores down at the main. He sees it with the Overlord as well.
Yeah, gonna keep running these around. Ooh. Zealots are just chasing these 4 lings. Probe gets sniped at the natural of Sziky. Not gonna let him in to see it. Forge
like to see him try and
is.
get those probes in the gas just like that.
Oh. Oh wow, there's another probe. Like you said, 2 probes. Worth it right there. Finally a cannon going down. Now this might trick Bonyth a little bit here, Sony, because he's seeing Zergling speed. Usually you don't see Zergling speed and right all of a sudden it's like Hydra. But he is gonna go. Lost mining time. Stargate down, but I don't think the Sarah will be in time to see the Hydras being produced. Looking like this is a good 973 map. I did not mention that, but this is a very strong 973 map because a lot of times it's hard to put a ton of cannons in the back there with all that stuff, so.
Yeah, having that little bit of gravel unbuildable work with right by the outside mineral and the natural makes it a little difficult to get the range.
Yeah, that, and then you put all your cannons down, and it's hard to get back out. So, Hydra are out. Bonyth has no idea. There's only 1 cannon down. Sziky could get crazy here. He's checking in. He sees 1 cannon. Second one just morphing in. He might just go for it here. He's going to see the Hydra. Yep, he sees the Hydra with the Sair. He should be kind of in crazy panic mode saying, I got to drop cannons. Gateway going down. Oh, it's going to be close, Sony. It's going to be close. Core going down. Bonyth getting ready to block.
I don't think he's going to push. I think he's just going to play safe. Be smart. He knows he's ahead now.
He's going in.
Oh.
1 cannon down right away off the bat. He's going to poke these Zealots to keep backing up. Use the Zerglings to tank some of these shots. Kills off another Zealot. 2 Zealots. Probes going down. That's a lot of damage already from Sziky. He's doing a great job. He's flooding in these Hydra now too. He may go for it here in a second once he gets another round of Hydra. 4 cannons.
And he's only on 1 gateway now, and every time he puts a cannon down, that's 1 less gateway that he's having to make.
Absolutely. Oh, we see drones though. I think he knows that he wants to play into a mid game here.
One Hydra that can take out a pylon bile by itself. It's flexing there.
Yep. Show him what he's got. Unpowered. Some of these are unpowered. So only 5 cannons, but I think Sziky is just droning really heavily behind this. Yeah, he's just droning up now. Feeling good. Probably going to go into a 6 hatch here. Bonyth put down a lot of cannons. He lost a lot of mining time. Zealots, probes.
Getting that Corsair in, seeing layer production and pull away. Seeing the gas going on in expansion, going finally in there for the drones.
Taking a 4th base. The question is, will Sziky try to transfer himself into Muta, or will he just go into Cyberkinetic Core being rebuilt? It got killed. That's going to slow down that Dragoon timing, the range timing, the robo timing. This is all things that are going to factor into, I think, how Sziky decides to play here. Yeah, he's getting another Sarah to scout, I think. He wants to make sure he doesn't get tricked into heavy, like, Spire Muta play all of a sudden, but I think we're just going to see Lurker here. Robotics going down immediately from Bond. Still a pretty good timing on the Robotics, so nothing too crazy. Spire going down. I feel like we're going to see Lurker here. Little Lurker contain.
See that Spire.
Yeah, that may trigger him to build a couple more Sair. Might say, oh no. But a lot of Hydra being produced still. Just getting everything going here. Probably waiting for his Lurker aspect to finish. Overlord speed, you just saw from his first person is going in there. Another hatchery going down for Sziky. Will he get that? No. Ooh, we saw a dropship be made. Bonyth going to be going for some DT harassment here.
And no observatory built just yet.
Good little storm. I think Bonyth is trying to relieve some pressure, kind of see what's going on out there. He got his gateway count finally up, and you see a ton of Sair production. I think we're going to see a DT drop.
Corsair.
Yeah, into the main to try to catch himself up a little bit here. Ooh, we want the Templar. Look at this. Oh man, Sziky is like, well, how does he get back into it? Oh yeah, that's right, a drop. So he's literally moving these 2 scourge right here. He is gonna. Oh, he
hides the shuttle.
He may have caught the tail end. I'm not sure. I mean, that would be a crazy find if you saw that there. Be a crazy find.
Just
DT sniped. He was like, nah, not like this.
And Bonyth has kept up with his upgrades. He's on par with the 1-1, which is really good for him.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job playing, I think, from a tougher position. He lost some probes, some mining time. Sziky just poking in, seeing if he's like thinking about coming out. What's he gonna do? I haven't seen any lurkers made yet. Oh, there are a couple. Kind of go with this Hydra army. We see that Sziky does have the supply lead. So remember, Protoss units are all pretty much 2. So 2 for 1. So there's could be like almost double the supply here in terms of units, raw units, with this mass Hydra style. Bond seems like he wants to play it really slow. 2 storms, good storms. 1 Templar does go down. 2 Templar down. Good. Oh, and he gets the Dragoon. Sziky's so good. So good. Incredible. I
wonder if Bonyth is going to just go for a quick 4th just because of the last game, trying to get that secure, because it's about that same time, and it looks like he's moving that probe down to go do it.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to try to play in for a later game, saying, all right, I'm just going to sit, I was behind, let me just try to take effective trades, force Zerg to push into me, see where they come from there. I don't know, I'm not sure what Sziky's response is going to be. Is he going to look to pressure? Is he going to do a hit, try to attack into this army? Because he's starting to move his army towards the bottom.
players being extremely patient.
Yeah, they're both being patient. Both just peeking in. Big fight here. Big storms from Bonyth. Just setting up a good arc. Trying to take the best fight he can, best engagement. Sziky trying to push in, but doing a great job. Both players here in this fight. Good micro. Bonyth okay with just kind of sitting and doing his thing. Transfer coming in. Sziky looking like he wants to push the pace here.
Reinforcements coming back in to make it for the choke point.
Oh my
there.
goodness, huge arc. No storms here, it seems like. It looks like Sziky is going to push through. I think he might have done it. He may have done it here, Sony.
Those Fight Templars are just shy of having Storm available. One good Storm right on Lurkers as well.
Oh my god, incredible.
Again, getting that fourth denied, just like last game. Oh, Bonyth taps him out. Yeah, Sziky taking that set of game there, currently up 2-1. Bonyth just couldn't continue on, kept getting the pressure and the reinforcements. Yep. So now we're currently up with Sziky leading the series 2-1. Going into Bonyth's pick here for the next game. Looks like Bonyth's going to be picking Butter for game 4. What do you think, Zero? How do you think game 4 is going to go?
Oh, I think Butter is like I'm unmuted, so I think the Butter is an interesting map and it's pretty equal for both players. But Sziky is showing some strength in the Sylphid game. That was pretty impressive. That he went for this quick speed to show the speed to Bonyth, so Bonyth didn't expect this Hydra pressure and Hydra bust. So after this Hydra bust, Sziky had incredible advantage, but it's one thing to get advantage against Bonyth and second thing to carry on the game until the end. So that's pretty impressive from his side.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen Bonyth just do his traditional one gate opening. Game 3, he tried to do something a little different with that earlier gas instead. Coming up on Butter. Kind of curious to see if he may just pull out a proxy gate or something similar to that. Try and just gain a little bit of wiggle room. I mean, he's fighting for his life in this next game, which is going to be the deciding factor for Sziky if he can pull it off. I'm hoping for a 5-game series here.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I think we all hope for that. So I'm just wondering, do you expect Bonyth to go for the one gate again, or maybe you think he will go for some kind of a BoA sneaky strategy with the cannons? With the cannons behind the mineral lines.
I don't watch enough Bonyth to know how he plays, if he does a lot of cannon denials on expansions or not, but I know he will toss some 2 gates out there every once in a while. But with this map, I mean, it's one of those situations where he's going to have to make up a decision where do I want to try and risk it all, see if it pays off, play super safe, super standard. And Butter is one of those coin flip maps where you never really know what you can kind of do in PvZ, ZvP, and what you're going to see.
Yeah, exactly. So our players are ready. We just started the game, so let's get into the 4th game between Bonyth and Sziky. Sziky is leading 2-1, so let's get into it.
Spawning up in the...
Yeah, go ahead.
Spawning in the top right corner, we have Bonyth fighting for his tournament life here. The red Protoss.
And as a blue there, we
Currently.
are having Sziky as a on the bottom. So the one thing I can tell you about this map is that the distance between the main base and the main base is pretty huge, because you need to go left and then straight all the map up and then right. So that's why usually Zergs are starting with the hatchery first, and that's why this strategy with going forge first and hiding the probe behind the mineral line become a thing on this map, because it's relatively easy to defend the zealot aggression, the gateway first. And we can see that Bonnie is already scouting with after the pylon. So if he will not go to the main base and if he will hide the probe over here, so it might look like that Sziky will outplay him with this 9 pull.
Yeah, and just playing super smart, just potentially expecting him to do something that may be out of the ordinary, doing a gas trick to get the extra drone in there, but opening 9 pool. Looks like Bonyth may just be trying to open possibly Forge first or a late gate. I could see him doing a 12 Nexus, which it may end up being, but it looks like he's going to open gate first. No Forge.
Yeah, he's going for the Forge first, and I think that 9 pull is double smart because of this long distance between those both players. Protoss players tend to start with the 12 Nexus and 12 Forge, and they still can defend overpull, but not 9 pull. So actually going for 9 pull, Sziky is cutting some of the potential build orders from Bonnie. So I actually like this play, but Bonnie with the quick scouting really on top of his play as well.
Blocking that hatchery from being made, doing a nice little pylon block, building 2 cannons back at the main base after seeing that 9 pool.
Yeah, so
Following the drone over to the 3rd, trying to deny as late as he can any kind of additional hatcheries or expansions.
Yeah, that's very, very... If you are a Zerg and if you played against Bonnie, you know how annoying his probe can be. So that's pretty impressive, and I actually like 2 cannons from his side. Now after seeing only 2 links, maybe he can cancel 1 cannon, but usually you have option. You either go for the for 1 cannon and pull a couple probes from mining to fill the gaps in the wall, or you go for 2 cannons and all the probes can mine all the time. So I think that might be actually a good call to go for the 2nd cannon.
As he can get ready to put down his 3rd there at the 7 o'clock position, grabbing his gas, got his expansion at his natural finally up, trying to get rid of this probe. There goes his expansion for his 3rd. Continuing to make drone production behind this.
Yeah, so having this probe in the main base of Sziky for as long as it's possible is extremely important, but you can see how well Sziky is microing those things to pull this probe away from his base, and now he can go for this Hydra, and he's doing it. If there is no probe in my main base, I'm going for Hydra. This is Sziky approach to this match, and that seems to be effective so far.
Yeah, it has been. I think he's just going to continue doing that 9-7-3 style, go into the 5-6 hatch Hydra, the later Spire. He's trying to catch this probe out here to deny any future vision or any scouting that he can get, potentially see what he's got going on. Keep him in the dark as long as possible.
So the only one thing which is working for Bonnie is that he added the 2nd cannon, so it will be useful against Hydra Bust, but sometimes you can go for the Hydra Bust and build like 7 to 9 Hydra just to kill the Forge, just to deny the +1 weapon, and you can still macro up behind it, so it's not the end of the world if the 9-7 will not kill the Forge. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, 2 lings in the 3rd. Making Sziky, or forcing Sziky to make a couple more Zerglings there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why he's applying pressure. He don't want Sziky to drone up as he wants, but he forces some additional links. But now I think Sziky has enough links to crash those 2 zealots and the probe.
Doing a great job with their cleaning that up. Only losing 3 lings at that time. Trying to deny that probe from going in. Blocking with the drones. Doesn't want him to see.
Oh my god.
Oh, he to be able to turn back in and be able to see it.
Wow, Mr. Domo, thank you for $50 donation. Go Poland, that was power. So we have some Polish fans cheering for Bonyth. That probe scout was so crucial. Incredibly
See him
crucial.
spin around, make a couple more. Yep, exactly. Make a couple more cannons. He's got the Corsair coming out with the Stargate and ready to go.
Yeah, and with this Stargate, with this Corsair, he will be able to build it when he will want to check whether Zerk already transitioned into the drones or if he's still continuing to build Hydras. So this target is actually incredibly important in defending 1973 well, but we can see 4th hatchery already from Sziky. So it might be actually only a couple of Hydras just to kill this gateway, and I don't even think he will be able to kill the 40, he will not kill this cannon, right?
No, that's going to be in range. That should, his Forge should stay alive. It should just, if he goes a little bit more closer, it should just pop him. He's trying to find the sweet spot.
Yeah, so some pressure, but already 5th and 6th hatch going down for Sziky. He is not going for the layer yet. He's a little bit supply blocked right now. So that's one thing which is going for Bonyth, but now he will see that, okay, so that's the macro play, so he will probably cancel this cannon after seeing.
Sziky trying to get that right angle in there to get that Forge. Got 2 of them hitting. It's going to be a little close one to see if he's going to get that +1 up just in time or if he's going to be able to finish it beforehand. Taking the Templar Archives to get his Storm Research, get the High Templars out.
So he cancelled +1, so that's actually very successful for Sziky, but he's supply blocked right now. And he's not building any overload, so that's definitely a mistake from his side. I wonder whether... Let's go for the first person view and check, but I think that's not broken, yeah. He's just paying attention to the Hydras and
He's going to force expand.
oh yeah, that for expand is very early, and that's a little bit risky in my opinion in this situation, because Bonyth held that push relatively well. While Sziky is badly supplied block, because he would want all those larvas to be drones and he would want those drones to be mine.
Bonyth pushing out here with some leg lots, some speed lots there once they got their speed. Cleaning this up. Sziky trying to do as much damage as he can microing the Hydras. Delay as much as he can on time before they push across the map. Just let him build up a couple little extras.
Yeah, that's incredibly important for Sziky to build that some extra drones, at least to have at least one per patch in the natural, and that's the minimum he wants to have. So he's adding the Spire, yeah.
He's got 5 of these Zealots here. 3 of them are pretty damaged and beat up already. Should have no problem cleaning this up right here. I'm curious if he's going to just run them through, maybe just try and get into the main, maybe pull back. Which he's gonna do.
I don't even think Bonyth is expecting this forward base to be there so early, so he's not even scouting it. But we can see more gateways. Double poach in the main base. And the Tartan, so Bonyth is expecting some mutas.
Got 7 gateways going, maintaining his forge upgrade there in the main. And unfortunately, Bonyth is a little behind on his +1 upgrade for his weapons. That's going to come into play. So with that aspect, I mean, he's going to get his 1/1. Sziky's going to have his +1 missile done right around the same time.
Yeah, so I think that's why he added the second poach. So at least he will tie it up with the 1/1 timing, with the armor and weapon timing. But if he would want to go for double weapon, it's not the case anymore. So there might be an option that Sziky went for the car base first, and he should be in a relatively good situation.
Bonyth scouting that 4th base there. Just trying to see what's going on, checking the drone counts at each one of the patches, see if there's any mining gas.
3 gases mining, and already 4th base mining from Sziky, so he droned up extremely heavily after this round of Hydras.
We should see some lurkers get produced here within the next couple seconds. Try and do the contain. Still no lurkers yet. Got the +1 finish for Sziky on the missiles.
Yeah, so that's a good timing. Already 1-1 for Bonyth as well. He's not adding the second gateway because he wants to push out. There is 5 High Templars and a Maelstrom, so that Maelstrom might stop some Hydras from sniping the High Templars, so actually it might be helpful against Hydras as well.
And Sziky pulling his units back, realizing there's that Dark Arc on there. Try and catch some straggler High Templars in the back. Trying to draw out some Storm. Bonyth pulling a probe to go take his 3rd base there at the 2 o'clock position.
Sony, I don't know that Bonyth knows about his 4th base. I think he's still thinking that he's playing against 3 bases there. Whereas
He scouted it with the Corsair. It went through, he saw it. Yeah,
okay.
He did see it.
Okay, so that's the thing I didn't notice. So it's
Sziky going in.
ooh, it's nice snipe, very nice snipe, and at the same time don't have to find some High Templars.
This is still super big for Sziky, getting the pylon kill, denying the expansion. I mean, well worth only losing 5 Hydra, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Now Bonyth again will try to take this base, but there is no defense over there, so Sziky will want to cancel and delay it again. It might work for him.
Bonyth has a massive army. Still waiting to see if Sziky has any lurkers. It looks like he may right outside. Yep, has a couple lurkers there. Gets building up his static and just try and hold those 3 bases right there. His 4th is a little susceptible. Has 2 Sunkens last we saw. Stark Archon almost has enough for another Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's pretty big army from the product, but Sziky is doing a good job to try to put them on the lurker field, to fight on top of the lurker field, but at the same time Bonyth is taking 2 expansions at the same time, so he's applying pressure while expanding, so I actually like this move from his side. Ooh, nice sniping right there.
Looks like Sziky's going to send some lings back over to that 3rd of Bonyth, try and deny that, catch it before the cannons get up.
That's incredible sense, but he doesn't have a link speed, so Bonyth might be there quickly enough to defend it. So I'm pretty sure that Sziky now adding the link speed. But his army looks scary. He has so many lurkers, so much arms, so big army right now. So maybe he will abuse the fact that Bonyth will have to defend those 2 bases and be stretched out on the map. Let's see how he will execute this attack. Oh, Bonyth not paying attention. Those lurker spines are doing so much damage, but very good storms from Bonyth as well. No High Templars left for Bonyth. Actually, there are 2 more left in the 3rd base and 2 in the natural, but Sziky at the same time denying the top left base. So very sneaky, very nice play with a couple of lurkers. He will be able to kill this base while fighting this big army.
He has a couple lurkers up on the high ground above that ramp, which is going to help him. Zealot's trying to push up. There's 2 more down on the low ground. And Sziky has done a great job at denying expansions in this. Bonyth is getting pulled both side to side. Able to secure his 3rd up now. It's going to keep him on par. Has a massive bank.
Sziky with a very nice flank. He's sniping the High Templar of Bonyth. Nice storm to save it, but he's... Looks like the army of Bonyth is kind of trapped.
Yeah, it's a little bit sandwiched in. He's trying to push out here with a couple extra range goons. Lurkers coming in from behind.
Nice,
Another
nice.
good Maelstrom there to deny those Hydras from doing any more damage.
Those are pretty cost-effective trades for Bonyth, but Sziky is macroing from 4 bases. He's already having Hive. What are the upgrades? He's having +2 weapon for Hydras, so 2 upgrades for Bonyth should be relatively good, but that's powerful Z folks.
He's trying to get all these lings around, surrounding to try and contain. It's a lot of goons that'll go down. Just reinforcing out the rally point and with some Hydras and some extra speedlings now.
Oh, but those hit numbers have a lot of storm because they were gathering and entering the first base, so this trade is again relatively good for Bony, but we need to remember that he will be mined out in the main and natural soon, so he needs to take this fourth base. And I think after clearing this force from Sziky, he will have a little bit more breathing room to do it.
Sziky getting ready to take his 5th base on the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position. Has a drone ready to go. Bonyth pulling out their shuttle. Streaming units in.
Yeah, but it looks like the supplies from Sziky is getting lower and lower. The pressure is incredibly high, but maybe he has some kind of a low drone number. He has like a couple drones in the main base. Now he's droning up finally to make this drone number a little bit higher, and he will probably build a couple more lurkers, but he's constantly applying pressure. That's a very aggressive style from our Hungarians.
Bonyth going over to that 4th to try and clean up a little bit of unit pressure that was there denying that expansion, sending a probe in to go make that expansion now. Trying to get an idea of some vision on the map where things are for him. Now he knows where all of Bonyth's army is. Trying to go secure that 5th base.
Yeah, that's very important for Sziky to take this base, because if Bony will secure the top left base, it will be 4 base versus 4 base, which should be relatively good for the Protoss. Oh, there is energy for another Maelstrom. Nice micro from Bony.
Bonyth has a huge army compared to Sziky right now.
Yeah, Sziky has plenty of unspent gas, right? He could build 12 loopers out of that.
I don't know if Sziky's going to be able to hold this. This is a lot of units.
It looks like he won't, because there is only 2 lurkers left, and Bony has still plenty of army going on, so looks like it's going to be great combat from Bony, but let's pay attention because Sziky is not giving up yet. He still has plenty of lurkers to defend the natural, and those zeros are badly softened up.
Bonyth is fighting for his tournament life here, holding on as much as he can, trying to continue pushing the pressure in.
This is actually a great position for Protoss to be between the bases. This is so hard to send the reinforcement to defend it as a Zero, because the pressure is incredible, but once those zeros will die, the goons will have a relatively hard time against the links. But on the other hand, this is 3-3 Protoss army against only 1-1 links, so the links are not doing that much damage. Ooh, speed the Reaver.
Bonyth cleaning up almost all the lurkers and one left, bringing in the Reavers, hitting the drones.
And GG! Whoa, GG from Sziky, so we have a serious...
We've got our game 5.
Incredible. Incredible.
It was a great turnaround by Bonyth. Fighting for his tournament life, sending it to game 5.
Yeah, very nicely done. So I'm just replacing Raz for a moment because he has some special job to do. So I think this is going to be the last map. Do you remember what kind of map is it? It's going to be Monopoly. Ooh, I don't know if you had the opportunity to watch Dawid versus Sziky, but we had incredible game over there. Incredible game over there between Dawid and Sziky. So that's very interesting. Monopoly is a very interesting map to keep the last match, the last game of today actually.
And this is the game. This is the deciding factor for both players. Whoever wins is going on. They're both going to be giving it their all.
Okay, so I think we're gonna take a 2 or 3 minute break before this match. We will give the players a moment to rest, to think what they want to play. We encourage you guys all to stay here and be there because if you will not watch, you will not know who will advance. So definitely do it. If you haven't, you can join the Patreon of BSL or donate to the goal, and we will be right back. ZZZero, yeah, we will see who will stick to cast that. So that's pretty funny, but yeah, both players are already in the game, but already in my game lobby. So let me check if they are ready to jump into this game. It looks like the map for this match is going to be Monopoly. So I think talked about it for a while. So let's get to the last game of tonight. Bonyth versus Sziky. Winner of this particular game will advance to the next stage to face XiaoShuai, and loser will be eliminated from BSL15. And on 3 o'clock position, we are having Super goes to Zerg directly from Hungary. This is Sziky. So, the one thing I can say about Monopoly, if you will look at it, like, the only way to counterattack it is to go around the map, so it's relatively high to make some kind of a maneuvers with your army. So this map is benefiting the defensive playstyle, in my opinion. So it might be actually very interesting that we can see gateway first from Bonyth again. Yeah, so that definitely works for Bonyth, that he will scout Sziky first and Sziky will not scout him. So I think after the probe scouting timing, Sziky should know what he's facing against, what kind of a strategy it is, because usually when you play Forge first, you scout after the pylon, but after the gateway you scout a little bit later. So that's not that big of a deal, but it's always small thing. Look at the drone micro, incredible, already lowering the probe HP to 14. Yeah, so he knows that he needs to build a little bit more than 2 rings. I'm pretty sure that he added at least 1 extra drone. What is... Roger is saying that something is muted? Oh, okay. Can you try now? Yeah, I think it should be fine, but let's.
Sorry, we've been talking to ourselves for a little bit then.
So, sorry.
Just been talking to myself then.
I don't know. Maybe the Discord somehow switched, but now we started like the audio, so it should be fine. So sorry guys for the sorry for my mistake, guys.
Zeke going in with 5 Zerglings there, applying some pressure, denying the 1 probe, but trying to see what's going on with the other Ling that's left around, trying to get up this ramp. Sees that there's some blocking. They got 3 Zealots out, taking his 3rd at the same time. Bonyth's going to send this probe up, trying to get in and scout. Gets pulled back.
Oh, it's cybernetic first, so this is a very greedy opening from Bonyth. Can be punished with some kind of a mass links, and I wonder whether he will decide to go for the Hydra Bust again this game. Oh, layer.
Sziky making the layer. No hydrogen put down just yet. Forge being put down in the main. Getting ready to Maynard over some drone or probes, sorry. Over to get that expansion running up for Bonyth, get the economy running. Cyber core finishes. Should see if
instant Stargate here being put down. There it goes.
Yeah, the timing of the Stargate is similar to the timing of the first cannon in the natural. That's how greedy Bonyth is, but sometimes when you are starting with this opening, you are controlling the number of links with the pro, and you are defending everything with the zealots, so the cannon wasn't necessary. So that's actually perfect play from our Protoss player.
And they're still saying in chat for muted.
No, there is a delay, so we are unmuted, but it's live game, so there is a delay.
Just making sure.
BSL is the
Trying to
best
deny
of
this probe
StarCraft.
scout.
Go BSL.
Keep him in the dark as best as you can. Has his third up, sending a couple drones over.
The speed for the links should give information to Bonyth that this is a layer play, but on the other hand, in the circuit game we had a very quick speed and Hydra then as well, so that not necessarily needs to be a thing.
Spire's down. It's gonna be a little bit of time before he can get any Scourge out. That Corsair is gonna pop out here in about 15 more seconds.
Okay,
Poking in with those links, seeing all the sitting zealots. He sees the Corsair, he sees the Citadel up with that Overlord in the main. About to scout and see that the Spire is just about to finish spawning.
so this Spire timing is relatively late, so we can see how this timing is working well for Bonyth, that he will be able to kill both of the Overlords before the Scourges will pop out.
There's one Overlord, gets the second Overlord. Have +1 on the way for Bonyth on his ground. +1 air.
But Sziky is already mining gas, so maybe he will actually go for the Mutas this game. Yeah, he's building Mutas, so this cannon in the main base might be a little bit too late. Sziky will want to pull the trigger.
Now we finally get our mutas.
Long live BSL.
Sziky with his control on his mutas is amazing. If he can just be able to snipe off at least a couple of those Corsairs with that control that he has, he can do some work. Bonyth playing super smart, just sitting, waiting patiently. Then his Templar Archives. Up to 4 Corsairs now. Another one ready to pop out the Stargate.
Yeah, so the magic number is 5 Corsairs with +1. But Sziky is building only 4 Mutas, so nowadays I can see Zex doing 4 Mutas more often than 5, even though that 5 is a magic number to one-shot the probe. But what they want to do is just to keep Zealots in the base, and then they probably decide whether they want to build more Mutas or continue with the Hydras. And we can see that Sziky is choosing the Hydras this game. Ooh, nicely done, but I think he sniped only 1 Corsair, right?
1 Corsair. That's the SimCity produced right there with the sunken, trying to block a little bit of the wings in front and then the Hydras behind. Saving those Muta for another day. Doesn't want to lose those right now.
I wonder whether Sziky went for the Carapace on the heavy units, because if yes, then it might indicate that he will want to build more Mutas later. There is no +1 yet for Bonyth, but there are 6 Corsairs, so yeah, so he dealt with the Scourges relatively well.
He's catching those Mutas with those Corsairs. As Sziky was trying to move him away, splits him, only going to lose 1 here.
Sziky has pretty healthy drone number, so I'm wondering why he's not adding the 6th hatchery. Maybe he will want to expand with it somewhere. And Bonyth just now adding additional 4 gateways and Robo just to have Observer on. And here
It's
goes.
just still getting that extra hatchery down, going up to 6 hatcheries now. It's got mutas on the left-hand side, just trying to see if there's any kind of third base. Keep him inside. He's catching these muta with these Corsairs.
But it's
Keeping
only
right
2
there.
cannons, so if Sziky will micro well and dodge the storms, only 2 cannons might be not enough to defend pretty huge Hydra aggression. It's +1 weapon already. But I think those are mostly the scouting Hydras just to see what's going on, maybe force a storm and something like that, and that's
Killing 1 Hydra.
always
Some
good.
damage. Yeah, just drawing a storm. Sziky coming in to try and contradict those Corsairs from coming in. Might get a... Oh, nope, not going to get an Overlord there. Just trying to box him in.
Nice
Gets
micro
one
from Sziky.
there. Bonyth's going to go around, come out from behind the natural of Sziky, try and get another Overlord kill here in a second. Might get 1 or 2. All the Hydras are out of position.
So I think what Bonyth is doing right now, he wants to buy time for himself to build a third expansion with those zealots, so that's pretty interesting move because Sziky has to defend A against zealots and B against Corsairs, so he might have not enough Hydras to apply pressure, so that's why Bonyth is able to take the third base, and I think he's relatively happy to do it.
Bonyth taking his 3rd at the same time. Sziky's taking his 4th at the 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hit the drone as the zealots poked up just in time. Not sure if he was able to see that drone or not.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't because he would probably send 1 zealot to kill it. But now he's moving out, but those zealots are not connected with the dragoons, so it might be actually very expensive units without the like defense from zealots, without the tanks like zealots. No, Sziky holding, like preparing for the big engagement, and I think this is a good call. Nice defense from Sziky. It looks like he will be able to defend those 12 zealots on the top, but nice storms from Bonyth right now, and only 3 lurkers left.
That's the one sunken pressure there. Getting the good storm in. More Hydras popping out. Storm right on top of him.
Ooh.
Killing all of them out of it. Sziky pulling his drones.
Yeah, but there is no High Templar, so it looks like if Bonyth will not back out, then Sziky should be able to clear this army.
Bonyth reinforcing here with 6 zealots.
Yeah, he has 8, 9 gateways overall. There will be no... Actually, there will be 1 High Templar with the Storm, but this Lurker is doing a good job softening those Zealots. There will be actually 3 more High Templars, and those drones are badly stacked, and Bonyth was... He had appetite for them.
And Bonyth has these Corsairs just going into here in the natural, just doing some work on these Overlords, being able to take out at least 3 extra ones.
Yeah, that's also very annoying for the Zerg. But Sziky is defending like a boss. That's incredible pressure applied by Bonyth, but he's still able to be in this game. And the supplies are in favor of Bonyth, but it's not that big of a deal. I think it's comebackable, right?
And Bonyth getting ready to take his 4th expansion there at the 10 o'clock. Getting prepped for it. Has his 3rd up and running. Economy's boosted with it. Bonyth sending in, or not Bonyth, sorry. Sziky sending in a couple units here. Some Scorch trying to get rid of these Corsairs on the map. All but one's left.
So what Bonyth wants to do, he wants to cut the storms, smoke the Archons, and he will be happy with even not attacking, but we can see that he is pretending that he wants to attack, or maybe he actually wants to attack. The supply
Good
from
spawn.
Sziky is relatively low.
Like he's waiting for these all to spawn and maybe potentially storm right on top of him.
That's nasty story.
Sziky not mining from that third base. Correction, that fourth base. Bonyth going in. The Zealots first. Just one Lurker, one Sunken left. Coming in with a couple Hydras for Sziky. Some Lings spawning up. Sending those drones away, try and save them.
Yeah, Sziky barely needs additional lurkers because there are so many zealots coming in, and it will be very hard to trade against those zealots without lurkers. He's building some links, but he has no upgrades where Bonyth already has 1-1 upgrades. And more reinforcements from the Protoss.
Coming back around the other side, sandwiching in. Sziky calling it GG, unfortunately. Bonyth taking it, holding his crown up high, taking the series 3-2.
Wow. Such a close best of 5 between those two players. They are so good match to play against each other. So that's incredible. And yeah, Bonyth is advancing to another round to play against XiaoShuai.
That's going to be a good series too.
Yeah, look at the bracket. It's going to be XiaoShuai versus Bonyth and Dawid versus Zanhun. So that's actually incredibly powerful matches. PvP and ZvP. So our top 4 players from BSL15 are Dawid, Zanhun, XiaoShuai and Bonyth. We don't know who will be first, second, third and fourth, but we know that those players are there. So do you have any expectations about those matches? Any predictions?
I mean, XiaoShuai, he's a Chinese Zerg. It's a little bit different of a style for Zerg. But with Bonyth, I mean, you can't denounce Bonyth. He's king. He's king of the Protoss there, especially in that matchup. But I think Bonyth will take XiaoShuai 3-1. Dawid and Zanhun, I don't know much about Zanhun, but I'm going to have to go with Dawid. I have to keep Foreigner Pride. But I think Dawid will take him probably 3-2.
Zanhun is a guy who... Last season there was a match between Dawid and Zanhun in the semi-finals. And Dawid won 4-3 after like 3 hours. One of the best PvPs I ever seen. So this is an incredible match, those guys. And I actually have some information that I would like you guys to bear with us, because tomorrow we have a appointment in the hospital for the Olivka to be born. So it's for 9 AM. It's maybe possible that I will be back home and I will do maybe able to do the cast of BSL tomorrow, but it's possible that it's going to be delayed for the next week. So it's possible that next week we're gonna have those 2 matches on Saturday and grand finals on Sunday. But please be on BSL Discord and be check the news, check the posts, because I will be posting from my phone and give you information how the situation is going and how it's evolving. So I just wanted to keep you informed that if tomorrow will be no stream, I wanted to know why it's that, because Zero gonna be done.
We're having a baby.
Yes, we're gonna have a baby, and people asked me if I will love Olivka if she will be a Protoss, but my answer is yes. If she will play StarCraft, that's going to be extra points for her, and I will even buy her extra computer to do it. And yeah, and not send her to the basement to practice. She will be able to practice close to me. Yeah, so that's very nice. I think Mr. Raz is celebrating the birthday of his wife, so the one thing before we will go, I would like to thank our wonderful sponsors, because we have amazing sponsors like Optimonk. So Optimonk is founded by the old school StarCraft player Chameleon, who was participating in the World Cyber Games World Finals couple of times. He was the Hungarian champion. So he's now founding a couple of companies, and with this company he's supporting BSL this year. So huge thanks for him, and definitely give him a shout out and give him a thanks for supporting Good Work, for supporting this great game. And of course, huge thanks to our wonderful Patreons, because as you guys probably know, now BSL is my full-time job. I'm just doing that, so all the Patreons are supporting me to survive, and I'm really appreciating that. So huge thanks to Mr. Starlover, our Bombastic General, Mr. Anthony Chen, aka My Fleeting Dream, Mr. Martin Harshma, aka VREF, Mr. Striker and Mr. Zero Sam, our Bombastic Colonels, Mr. Robert Groot, Mr. Flizardo86, Mr. Cross and Mr. Tupocalypse, our Bombastic Major Class, and Mr. Nicholas Schuller, Mr. Christian Eddington, Mr. LML, Mr. Lingepump, Mr. Niantic and Mr. Quark, our Bombastic Majors. So huge thanks guys for this contribution. We have over 90 Patreons, and every single Patreon matters. So if you want to have replays from BSL, $10 and above is giving you access to the replays from BSL. But if you can't afford it, that's fine. You are helping by simply watching. You can sometimes maybe like the post for the bigger reach and write a comment. So that helps a lot. But if you can, the support is very appreciated. So. And thank you very much, guys, for this support, and thanks to all the Patreons and our sponsors. And we also have a shop which we have new hats on, so I already ordered myself one. So if you guys haven't checked them out, you can check it out. Shops like the hat and the hoodies, and as you can see, Mr. Sony is having BSL t-shirt on his chest, so he's proudly wearing that. Probably good for every occasion. I didn't know that I will be casting. I would wear mine, but I was thinking that I will be opsing and producing only, man. So sorry for
I was
that.
expecting the cast. I was like, I'm gonna go put my shirt on real quick.
yeah, that's right. Because I need to thank Mr. Sony for jumping in today, because I asked him like 5 minutes before the cast, hey man, would you like to cast? And he said, okay, I can do it. So huge thanks, man, for the help. I'm really appreciating that. That was a good cast. Maybe you have some final words to say to our wonderful audience.
Thanks for having me. I know it's a first time casting for BSL. I don't cast very often, so I apologize to everybody if it's bad. The first time for BSL, but just love the community. It's been great being able to come back after years and still see a lot of people, make new friends. Definitely stick around. Donate if you can. Subscribe if you can. Every single bit of it counts to keep this community alive.
Yeah, thank you very much. And guys, as I said, tomorrow I have a due date. We might have a birth of Olivka, so there might be no cast tomorrow. We might push it to the next week, but please be on the BSL Discord. I will keep you informed. And thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to Bonnie again. Tomorrow or next Saturday, we're going to have Dawid versus Anton and XiaoShuai versus Bonyth. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and see you on Discord. Next time, yeah. Bye-bye.
This is for bias gift to the baby.